the umpires for the game home plate, Joe Johnson, who has a 37% failure rate of calling balls or strikes, to announce it, and that'll really drive them to really do good. Now, sometimes I think I overreact, but then sometimes again I think.
Oh, hey, it's Before the Growl. I'm Mason. That's M, and live from OKC, John Ireland right now. Jono, what's going on, man?
What's happening, people?
All is good.
Excited? You excited? Thunder have won 15-16. Lakers have won 13-14. Let's go.
I thought your call was fantastic the other night. You said the Lakers have aced their midterm exam, but their final is Thursday night. This is the final tonight, right?
Yep. And I'm really bummed out Marcus Smart's not playing, but I guess we'll get to all that during the show.
Yeah, we'll get to all that stuff.
Unstoppable force meets an immovable object. I'll say that.
There you go. What's happening in OKC? This is such a beautiful city, Oklahoma City. They have 2 buildings. When I drove through there, they had 2 large buildings, and that was really it. On the Will Rogers, is it the Will Rogers Highway? I think it is. The Will Rogers Highway runs through OKC.
If I was going to give you, obviously we go to every city in the league.
Yes.
If I were to rank them, the ones I enjoy going to the most and the ones that I least enjoy going to, there are 30 teams in the NBA. Oklahoma City would be 29. I'll give each one of you a guess what's 30.
Memphis.
Right out of the gate.
All right, we got a little.
We will talk about that later.
We'll talk about that. Actually, LeBron was talking about Memphis a little while ago. We'll play that on the show coming up, too.
We'll tease that for later.
Yeah.
So, John,
that's 30.
What did you download to watch because you have no more Love Story? What's your downloaded situation for this road trip?
I downloaded the Lamar Odom Netflix Untold.
You haven't watched it yet?
To watch.
It's very, very good. I said yesterday that the person that I think it changes my opinion of Khloe Kardashian a lot.
Oh, wait. John, I want you to guess his Kardashian rankings today. How would he order the rankings?
Is Rob in them?
No, we don't
girls.
include
So
Rob.
the Jenners and the girls. So it's
okay.
Khloe, Kourtney, Kim, Kylie, and Kendall.
Okay. I think Mace has Khloe at the top because he just complimented her.
Mm-hmm.
I think he has Kim 2, Kylie 3 because she dates Chalamet, and Kendall 4.
Right. And that leaves Kourtney in last place.
For what reason?
Yeah, Kourtney.
No, I thought you would have Kourtney number 1.
No, I have Khloe number 1
because of Lamar.
Kourtney's out of sight. Yeah, Kourtney's out of sight, out of mind.
My understanding is she doesn't really play along with the show at all. She's sort of
dating
separate.
Travis Barker.
Right.
Aren't they married?
Or married.
I think they're married.
But Juan says she doesn't have much impact on keeping up, or what do they call it now? The Kardashians.
Yeah, but then I think when she married Travis Barker, because she used to be married to Scott Disick, who announced halfway through the show that he was Lord Disick.
Lord Disick. Yeah, of course.
I call Scott LD.
Yeah,
Lord Disick. And he was like the best guy on the show because he would do anything for the cameras.
100%.
But when they broke up, it kind of took Kourtney out of the game.
John, how would you describe their dating trend right now? Who are the girls all dating? Because I feel like they go through trends. Like they date basketball players.
Yep.
Then they date musicians. Then they date actors. Where are they at right now?
They cannot date a normal person. Mm-hmm. They always, like we just talked about how Kourtney is with Travis Barker from Blink-182. Kylie dates Chalamet.
Yep.
Kendall, depending on what you believe, is either dating Devin Booker or Bad Bunny.
Wow.
Kim is with Lewis Hamilton, the race car driver. And I don't know who Khloe is with now. She was the one that was married to Lamar.
Yeah,
yes.
she was. But they don't marry civilians or date civilians.
No,
I think Kim isn't
None
locked
of us
in with Lewis, though. I know they were seen together. I don't know if they're locked in together. I've only seen them. I haven't even seen them since the Super Bowl.
No, they were a week ago. They were filmed walking hand in hand, holding hands in London.
Oh, that definitely means together if they're filmed walking hands in hands by paparazzi. Of course.
By the way, you mentioned Lord Disick. Do you realize that Brian Cohen? It's Lord Brian because he goes to the Renaissance fairs. I think he is Lord Brian and Lady Allison.
By the way, Brian doesn't even need to dress up for a Renaissance fair. You could just hire him and plug him right in there.
Hey.
If I was recasting Game of Thrones, wouldn't Brian be like perfect?
Brian
for
would be a great
King
actor
of the North
for Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. No, he goes to. Have you ever been to one of them Renaissance fairs where everybody dresses
what do
up?
You
they
think,
pretend
Mason?
they pretend they're a knight and a lady, and they've got
turkey legs,
exactly all that kind of stuff.
Mace, I've never even been to medieval times. How's that?
See, we did go to medieval.
Medieval times is so much fun, and so is the Pirates Cove next door. The Pirates Cove next door is so much fun.
It's down in Orange County, right? We did this.
I went to the one that's not in Orange County. It's somewhere else.
For the OC week
Buena
a number
Park?
of years back. Yeah.
I don't even know. Honestly, geographically, LA still confuses me.
Yeah, we all went to it. This was a number of years back when we did the OC week, and I thought that's fine. I mean, you eat a turkey leg, you watch some jousting.
I don't think you let yourself have enough whimsy going there. I think you need to allow yourself some whimsy, right, Brian? Allow some whimsy.
There's a shortage of whimsy in the world. I need a whimsy supplement.
The Pirates Cove one is the most fun I've had at a theatrical performance in a long time.
Okay.
And with my friends, we all got a bunch of drinks. We had a great time. We were eating food, and we were in the front row. And then you're assigned a pirate, like you are at the other side where you're assigned a knight.
A knight
to root for. And it's just I had so much fun. I was taking pictures like this was a Taylor Swift concert.
Really?
I got to get all the videos of this to post on my Instagram story later. It was so much fun. Highly recommend it.
Now, Em has no interest in it. And, John, I know you've been there. You've been to Pageant of the Masters, right?
Yes, it's right. It's one city over from Corona Del Mar.
Yeah, in Laguna
There's not
Beach.
enough whimsy with that.
It's actually pretty cool.
Emily doesn't have any interest in seeing the people play out the paintings. It is so cool to look at.
I just feel like
I think if you went, you would like it. And there's so much to do in Laguna that even if you
How
didn't
much
like
money
it,
is
you
it
just
to
go
go
do something else.
Honestly,
that's a good question.
I
don't think
don't
it's all
know.
that
You're
expensive.
just walking along the sidewalk, right? What is the entrance to the?
No, I think you got to buy tickets. I'll look it up.
Yeah,
I'll have it ready by the time. The show starts.
I like a lot of whimsy.
Okay, well, then you must like working on the show,
Let's
right?
have Whimsy Wednesday or Whimsy Thursday.
Whimsy Thursday.
Yeah.
We will add some whimsy to the show today. All right, John, we'll talk to you in a minute. We'll talk to everybody on the YouTube, on the app, and on the radio. See you soon.
All-star Eric Davis. Join us as we broadcast live on Friday, April 3rd from Legends Attic in Claremont. Check out incredible sports art by Dave Hobrick, enjoy giveaways, prizes, and celebrate the return of baseball season. Get your tickets now at legendsattic.com, and we'll see you Friday, April 3rd from 3 to 6 p.m. at Legends Attic in Claremont.
John Ireland here, and when it comes to vodka, I like a winner, and Blue Ice Vodka delivers. America's largest potato vodka. Double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce, and made from Idaho potatoes. Clean, smooth, no additives. Blue Ice Vodka. Vodka with standards.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
No one likes having to choose. That's why, with America's best lineup of hybrids from Hyundai, you get the best of both worlds. Like the reliable and efficient Tucson hybrid with America's best warranty, or the stylish yet capable Santa Fe hybrid with the power to navigate the toughest terrain. It's like having your cake and eating it too, but, better. Hybrids from Hyundai. It's the best of both worlds. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
ESPN 710 Los Angeles Sports.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland is on for your Thursday afternoon.
Ireland, best show on the radio.
Here we go, Thursday, the 2nd of April. What a day it's going to be.
What they call me is a cornhole savant.
Tonight, Lakers Thunder in OKC. The voice of the Lakers, Johnny I, is here to get you pumped for what, as Johnny I described it the other night, the final.
And Michael, if this was the midterm,
Here comes the final Thursday night in OKC.
Lakers Thunder plus the Dodgers. What happened to the Dodgers against producer Whimsy Baseball's Gardos last night? Wow. We'll talk about that.
Gypsy Dew between his legs.
And we get ready for today, live from Ontario, ONT Field in Ontario, the season opener of the Tower Buzzers. What a moment for the IE. Remember, ESPN LA loves the IE. Here we go. Producer Emily's here. Producer Brian Cohen, the social team in the back, and you.
What they call me is a cornhole savant.
The biggest show on the radio, Mason in Ireland.
So with that said, let's get this going.
Your Thursday afternoon right now.
Good afternoon.
We were just talking during Before the Growl. In case you didn't know, we do a little thing called Before the Growl before the show starts at about 10 minutes to noon. And Em says she wants Whimsy on the show today. Whimsy! Damn it.
I'm not against Whimsy.
Be whimsical. Yeah, I'm not against Whimsy at all. I'm pro-Whimsy.
Yeah, man, I cannot wait for this game. I can't remember the last time I was this excited for a regular season game. The Thunder have won 15 of 16. The Lakers have won 13 of 14. Last time we were here in Oklahoma City is when I lost it.
Yeah.
When they threw Luke out for no reason. And remember, that was one of those baseball series, Mace, where we were here in Oklahoma for 2 games.
Yep.
And in the first game, we beat the Thunder by 20. In the second game, Luka hit a shot. We were up by 1. And then they threw him out for no reason.
I don't care.
That was when I said that.
Yep.
Michael said, the referee made a mistake. He thought that Luka was talking to him, not to a fan. So then you throw him out?
Yeah.
You err on the side of stupid?
Yep.
By the way, they rescinded that technical at 9 a.m. Pacific the next morning.
Damn.
It was already rescinded.
Already rescinded.
So tonight, let's go. I'm a little nervous with no Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart is out tonight with that bad ankle.
Yep.
If we had him, I would outright pick the Lakers to win. Now I think the Lakers need to play almost a perfect game, but they can do it. They've been great lately.
Yeah, they have been fantastic. I wouldn't put anything by them right now. And maybe, do you show – I'm going to play – I wasn't going to play this right here, but I am going to play a little bit of it now. Alan Hahn suggested something about tonight's Lakers game against the Thunder that I want to get your take on.
I know what you're doing. Okay. You're juicing the game up. That's what we like to do. We want to make it a big game. We're at game, 77, 78? They're going to play them again on Tuesday, by the way. Is that another statement game?
Yeah.
To me, this is, if you're either team, you're not showing too many cards here. You're not going to go all out. You're going to play and play hard, but there's not going to be anything about – hey, this is a precursor to what could be a conference finals matchup or any of that stuff, because you don't want to do that. You do want to win, but this isn't going to tell us one thing or another, I don't think. Not this late in the season. I don't think you make statement games about the other team you're playing. You make the statement about yourself, and that's what the Lakers want to do, is make that statement that this run is legit, and we proved it by not just beating some soft scheduled teams, but also the defending champs.
So do you think Daigneault and JJ, did they hold anything back tonight, or is it just all in, let's go?
I'm stunned that Alan Hahn thinks that. Stunned. And here's why. Both of these teams are desperately battling for seed.
Yeah.
Oklahoma City is 2 games ahead of San Antonio, and San Antonio has won 15 games in a row.
And Spurs have the tiebreaker.
Right. So if they were to lose, if Oklahoma City were to lose tonight, it would be 1 game back of the Spurs, and the Spurs would have the tiebreaker. They do not want that. Now let's look at the Lakers. If the Lakers lose tonight, Denver would be just 1 game back, and the Lakers would slide to the 4 if they lost again Tuesday night to OKC, because Denver's got a cakewalk all the way to the end of the season. They've won 7 in a row. I don't think they're losing again. The one thing that makes this race interesting, and by the way, Mace, overnight, I don't know if you saw this.
No.
Houston passed Minnesota.
Yeah.
So if the season ended today, we would play Minnesota again, which isn't great. They knocked us out in 5 games last year. Now, let me throw a fly in the ointment.
Okay.
Saturday in Denver, it's a day game. Spurs at Nuggets. So that, again, I think both those teams are going to play
Well,
hard
yeah, Spurs are chasing. They're in chase mode.
I don't know what Alan Hahn's talking about. I really don't. I mean, neither one of these teams can afford to lose. So I think they're going all out.
Yeah. I personally do, too. Now, the missing Marcus Smart is a real loss for the Lakers in this matchup tonight.
I was talking to some of the assistants. I'm not sure how they're going to guard Shea. I think the guy who's going to get the first crack at it is Jake LaRavia.
Yeah, and Jake LaRavia has been great on defense the last couple of games. Yeah.
Right. If he struggles, maybe they give Jared Vanderbilt some rotation minutes. He kind of goes in and out of the doghouse around here.
He does.
But that's probably a bad term. He's not in the doghouse.
The doghouse just out of the rotation. Yeah.
Right. He just likes to play guys ahead of him. So that's what I think. I think the first crack will be LaRavia.
Yep.
And then I think you're going to see – you don't want to play Austin or Luka on him too much because he's really good at drawing fouls. And if those guys are expending all their energy on the defensive end, it'll affect their offense.
Look out for the arm bar. He's going to push off every time.
Of course he is. But so is Luka.
Yeah.
I mean, we each have a guy who's a foul merchant.
Although I honestly think SGA is way worse than Luka. SGA's arm bar. It's like an arm bar.
You know what? Well, drawing fouls is a skill.
Sure it is.
Like, SGA is as good at it as anybody. Luka's as good at it as anybody. They go back and forth all season as to who leads with most free throws attempted.
Yep.
And you know who else is in that race with them?
Harden?
Austin Reeves.
Austin Reeves gets to the line a ton.
So like Matt Pinto, who does my job for the Thunder.
Used to be out here, right?
Yeah, I did Clippers for a while. We both think we're friends, but we both think the other team gets too many calls.
Oh, okay.
Like he thinks the Lakers get too many calls. I think the Thunder get too many calls. The truth is somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
One thing about the Thunder, they're the most aggressive defensive team in the league. You're going to see it tonight. They're going to commit a lot of fouls. They're going to hold. They're going to grab. They're going to muck up the game. It's worked for them for 2 years. And particularly when you play them here, it's almost as if they're playing the old Jerry Sloan routine, which was when they had a game in Salt Lake City, he told his players, I don't want anybody coming out of this game that doesn't use 5 of their 6 fouls. We want to affect the physicality in this game. They can't foul all of you out. The fans would riot. Now, go play and go play physical. I think we're looking at that tonight.
Yeah, they play a really physical brand of defense, and they also see what can we get away with tonight. What are they going to call? What are they not going to call? Which is what they should do. Yeah, they kind of overwhelmingly physical, and then see what they can get away with. We've talked a lot about what it's like with Austin and Luka and LeBron on the floor, and we talked for a long time about how those 3 pieces weren't fitting together. I actually came across and found these numbers from the month of March. This is good. In the month of October, LeBron didn't play. In the month of November, Luka, LeBron, Austin, -10. In the month of December, Luka, LeBron, Austin, -14. January, there was no Austin Reeves. February, 115 minutes together, Luka, LeBron, Austin, +27. And in the month of March, 270 minutes, +103. So not only has LeBron sort of settled into this different role, the 3 of them together, it now works when he takes that little step back that he's taken.
And LeBron should get all the credit for this.
Absolutely.
By the way, Luka was just named, like 2 minutes ago, Luka was named NBA Western Conference Player of the Month.
That's what 600 points would do for you.
Yeah, I mean, he was just unguardable in the whole month of March. But LeBron, all those numbers you just read, LeBron should get the credit for that.
100%.
The minute he agreed to become third in usage, and make no mistake, it was a calculated conversation between J.J. Redick and LeBron.
Yep.
In which he said, if you become pass first and let Luka and Austin eat first, we become a very unguardable team.
Yep.
Because sooner or later they'll send the double teams at those guys, then they can't double you, then you impact the game. And you look at the open shots that LaRavia gets, that Smart gets. Our centers, Mace, over the last 2 games have missed something like 2 shots.
Yeah. They had the one perfect night. The 2 of them were perfect from the field.
Where Hayes went 8 for 8 and Ayton went 5 for 5. And then again the other night, Hayes went, was really effective, and LaRavia went 5 for 5. And the reason that's happening is because teams have just decided we have to leave somebody open. We can't guard Luka with one person. And it used to be that they would pull that person off of the center.
Right.
And now they're back to doing that again because LeBron is just lurking. And now Ayton and Hayes are getting a lot of alley-oops, a lot of putbacks, a lot of easy dunks. And the Lakers are number 1 in the NBA on the season in shooting percentage.
Wow.
As a team, they shoot 50% a game.
Hey, by the way, is OKC at full strength? Jalen Williams is going to play. Is everybody in for OKC tonight?
That's a good question. I'll check. They, as of last night, all of the key people were.
Yeah.
But I'm going to check they have to issue an injury report every half hour on a day of a game. And so I'll look it up and have that for you in a minute.
All right, coming up next for you. Guess who's going to Sin City? Kirk Cousins. Plus,
love it.
Guess where we're going? To the moon. Mason, Ireland, 710 By the way, it's game day, which means it's time to BBGO for it. Listen to us all day long for your chance to play. When you hear the cue to call, be caller number 7. Guess which team scores the first 3-pointer of the game. Get it right, you win a $100 BBGO promo code. Plus, be entered for a chance to win a trip to basketball's biggest stage from our friends at BBGO. Bring something different to the table, BB. Go for it. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
And it is the 15-minute mark right here on 710 ESPN. On the all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
The 15-minute mark on 710. Fueled by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
In that time it took to hear your favorite takes and all that fun and frivolity, you could be pulling out with a fresh oil change. No waiting, no appointment, just in and out in about 15 minutes. Bam! So you've got more time for what matters. Visit SoCalOilChange.com.
In just 15 minutes, you can boost your vehicle's performance and save money while doing it. Visit SoCalOilChange.com now for value pack coupons and keep your car and your wallet running strong.
The 15-minute mark on 710, made possible by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Did you know if your child has a sports injury, Children's Hospital Los Angeles can get them back in the game? The expert care team at the Autry Orthopedic Center helps young athletes recover and perform their best by connecting every step of their care. From Southern California's only accredited sports motion analysis lab for kids to a concussion clinic, specialized heart tests, and top pediatric sports medicine specialists, Children's Hospital Los Angeles has the winning formula. Your child's comeback starts here. To learn more, visit chla.org.
The Loan Exchange is proud to introduce the Free Closer, a jumbo 30-year fixed loan up to $3 million. With no closing costs, you could save around $40,000 in fees like points and appraisals that many lenders charge on a $2 million loan. Today's 30-year Free Closer rate is 5.875% rate and APR. That makes refinancing simple. The only question is whether it lowers your payment without increasing your balance. And if rates drop again, you can do it again and save even more. Today's 30-year Free Closer rate is 5.875% rate and APR. If your mortgage rate is over 6%, it's a total no-brainer. Why pay to close a loan when you can exchange it for free at theloanexchange.com? NMLS 1637539. Loan subject to credit approval. See website for licensing information, loan terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. That's theloanexchange.com. Theloanexchange.com. To exchange higher payments for lower ones.
When it's game time, there's no room for hesitation, and you better believe GM John Good will make you a great deal at George Chevrolet. Whether you're rolling in a power-packed Silverado, loading up the family in a spacious Chevy Traverse, or going all electric, John Good has the great deal you want at George Chevrolet. Amazing pricing, zero pressure, and the next-level Chevy vehicles you want are at George Chevrolet, conveniently located off the 91 at Lakewood in Bellflower. Or shop at georgechevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by tax relief advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-9087. 800-575-9087. That's 800-575-9087 or simply visit tra.com.
Hi, this is Devontae Adams of your LA Rams. The biggest show on the radio, this is Mason in Ireland. LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN. Listen to every Rams game on the all-new ESPN LA app.
Hey, what's going on, people? It is Thursday. It's the day after we take off for the moon, John. To the moon we go. Are you excited? Did you watch any of the launch activities?
Zero. I didn't even know what was going on.
Yeah, I didn't either until I got out of the station. I went home and I turned on the news, and there we were. We were in space just like that. Haven't been up there in a long time, and now we are going to, I guess this Artemis 2 is going to go all the way around the moon and kind of slingshot home. So it'll go around what they call the dark side of the moon.
There's a local guy up there.
Local guy is up there, John. His name is, I had it here a second ago. It is
Victor Glover.
Victor Glover.
He was born in Pomona. He graduated from Ontario High School, and he went to Cal Poly SLO.
Yeah, and he is up there in the ship right now.
That is where Nico Singer goes to school. He plays tennis.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah. So any interest in ever going to the moon or taking part in a space exploration like this, John?
Zero.
None.
Michael Thompson is all in.
You think he would really go?
I don't know. He would probably ask how far's the walk to the space station, and then make.
Seems like kind of a hassle climbing up that ladder.
But he loves aviation. He loves space travel, stuff like that. So I guarantee you this will come up tonight during the game.
Well, way to go, Victor Glover. Congratulations, and enjoy the ride. So a lot of kids are excited. Like, and they're all so cute. Like, listen to this little kid.
What are you most excited, Jack, about this launch?
My most exciting thing is I will see the rocket launch into space because I'm so obsessed with space. So I'll see Ryan launch from ground to sky, so it'll be totally exciting.
Aww. Here's another kid.
Why do you want to be here? Why do you love space? Why do you love being a part of history?
We're going back to the fucking moon, that's why.
It's a young Steve Mason.
I love that clip. We're going back to the effing moon. That's
Play it
why.
again. Play it again.
Okay, one more time.
Why do you want to be here? Why do you love space? Why do you love being a part of history?
We're going back to the fucking moon, that's why.
Heck yeah, brother.
So good.
We're going back to the freaking moon.
Hey, Brian, I literally almost fell out of my chair at a Laker game the other night. I don't know if somebody kept this in the system. I hope they did. But Michael and I were cutting a spec spot.
Okay.
And what a spec spot is for people that don't know, if there are people thinking about advertising with us, if you're thinking about becoming one of our partners, we'll do a commercial that only you can hear and decide whether or not it works for you.
Like, here's an example of what we can do.
Right.
Yeah.
So Michael and I are doing a spec spot for somebody, and it required us to go back and forth. What we're selling is like future bets. Like, hey, do you believe in
the prediction market?
I said to Michael, will Luka outscore the entire Warriors bench? Yes or no? And Michael, without missing a beat, goes, F no, but he says the F word.
Oh, that's funny.
And, I've only heard Michael say the F word one other time ever, and it's because he doesn't cuss.
Yeah.
It's when one of his kids hooked up with one of those Instagram models, those influencers.
That has happened.
He goes, Ireland, would you take a look at this effing idiot?
Yeah.
And But that was it.
They are searching. They are searching for it. That's very funny.
All of press row fell out of their chairs. It was very funny.
So Puka Nacua, it was announced yesterday, has.
Now, did you guys bring this up yesterday, or did it not break till after the show?
It didn't break until after the show. That he is.
Okay, so you haven't talked about the fact that he's in rehab.
No, have not. He's been in rehab apparently for a while now. A holistic rehab center in Malibu, and we don't know much about it except his attorney says he was in it for a number of weeks before the alleged incident happened on New Year's Eve with the woman in the bite
if I'm
marks.
his attorney, I would not have mentioned that because it makes it appear like the rehab isn't working. In other words,
he's in process, right?
Well, what I'm hoping, and the lawyer didn't make this clear, what I'm hoping happened is the incident happened a few weeks ago. It didn't come out until recently.
Yeah, that could be.
And by then, he was already in rehab. But the way you explained it makes it sound like he was in rehab, left, went out and had this incident, and then went back in. But
Right.
I hope that's not what happened. My gut tells me it's the opposite.
Yeah,
That the lawyer meant this incident was a few weeks ago. It took until now for it to come to light, for the lawsuit to be filed. And Puka knew long before this that he needed help and has been in rehab and he said is going to stay for a while.
For a while. He'll be available, obviously, for May and for OTAs. But
his talent is undeniable.
Oh, so good.
But so the only thing that could really derail him would be an off-the-field kind of thing. And, so I'm proud of him, glad he's getting help, and hopefully the help helps.
Yeah, me too. We hope the best for Puka. He's obviously a huge part of this team, a huge part of the offense, but also you want to see a guy sort of as he becomes himself, as he grows up, that as Les Snead said this week, we're gonna have room for him to grow up and become better adjusted. And obviously, being part of an organization, you're a representative of that organization. And so the Rams, I'm sure, are deeply involved in this as well because he is one of the one of the big faces of the team and the organization. All right, so yesterday we were talking about a little bit Fernando Mendoza. He had his pro day. The Raiders were at the pro day. They're obviously going to take Fernando Mendoza, and I think that's clearly the right thing to do. They announced that Kirk Cousins is signing a 5-year, $172 million deal with the Raiders that really is just a 1-year, fully guaranteed $20 million that contains a club option for 2 years at 40. Cousins, by the way, now surpassing Tom Brady's NFL career earnings. Kirk Cousins as the backup, and who knows how long,
I think Kirk Cousins is going to be – I think you got it wrong. I think you got it backwards. I think Kirk Cousins immediately becomes the starter.
I'm agreeing with that.
Yeah.
No, I think he'll absolutely start. But ultimately, you're a short-timer. I mean, the Fernando Mendoza is going to take over. He's going to grab the clipboard from you some point around week 8, week 9. This is what Clint Kubiak says. He says about Mendoza, ideally, you don't want him to start on day one. You'd love him to be able to learn behind somebody in a perfect world. It doesn't always work out that way. Sometimes they have to play from day one, and it's our job to coach them to get ready. I think it does help the player, though, if they can sit behind a mature adult and watch how they run the show. And there you have it. That's why they've said. Now, $20 million seems like a gigantic allocation of the salary cap for a guy who – is starting the season as quarterback and may not be finishing it as quarterback.
I love it.
$20 million bucks?
Yeah. I think it's really smart. One of the few things that could screw up Mendoza is if you were just to throw him out there week 1 with no receivers and an offensive line that's getting better but not there yet. And Ashton Genty didn't exactly set the world on fire as a lead running back. So now you have a proven quarterback who's done it in everywhere he's gone. He's been able to figure out a way to win. He won in Washington. He won in Minnesota. He won in Atlanta. And people saying, wait a minute, Atlanta had a losing record. Not when he was the quarterback.
Right.
When he was the quarterback, they won. Strangely, I just saw Kirk Cousins a week ago Saturday in Orlando when we were there. He was staying at Disney World with his kids.
Oh, wow.
And at the time he was unsigned. But I love this signing. I was kind of clamoring. I don't know if you remember. I was clamoring for it a month ago. I'm like, go get him. He's sitting there. He's perfect.
And the Raiders went and got Tyler Linderbaum too as a offensive lineman that can really help Fernando Mendoza grow. Yeah, and help him grow.
And I love this move. I dare I say it, Mace. The Raiders are making smart decisions. It's not something you normally say as a longtime Raider fan. We normally make really dumb decisions.
This says to me, John, is that they want to win now. They're not going to wait for Fernando Mendoza to cook because they're paying $14 million more for Kirk Cousins than anybody's paying for a backup quarterback.
Right, but I think it's about protecting Mendoza. I think that if he's going to be your franchise quarterback, and that's what they want, if he sits for a whole year, I look at this as the equivalent of when Patrick Mahomes got drafted by the Chiefs, but they already had Alex Smith.
Right.
And Alex Smith played the whole season. Patrick Mahomes started one game. It was in Week 16 after their playoff thing had been decided. That's the blueprint for Mendoza. Start Cousins every game. Have him take the hits. Have him kind of grow with this offense that has no receivers. They don't have any receivers yet. And then when I think with Jared Goff, the only reason the Rams threw him out there is because the season went down the toilet. It was one of those Jeff Fisher years. They'd lost 7-8 games in a row.
It was 2016. He was awful.
Fisher said the whole year, I'm not putting him out there till he's ready. Then they threw him to the Wolves.
Yeah, Case Keenum was the quarterback that year. It was absolutely brutal. Jeff Fisher, that first year for the Rams at the Coliseum, was absolutely forgettable. And Jared Goff came in week number 10, week number 11, somewhere in that range, and got sacked an average of 5 times a game the rest of the year. 5 times a game.
That's
for
what
the
I
rest
don't
of the season.
want for Mendoza.
Well, here are some reasons why waiting a year isn't always the best thing for the team.
Okay.
Is that you have one less year of evidence of why to sign him when you get to the 5th-year deal. So, you don't have as many years of evidence of whether or not this is your franchise quarterback. If you're wavering when it comes to that 5th year and you have one less year of evidence, that is sometimes not as helpful. Or it could turn out like a J.J. McCarthy, where you think this guy's the guy, he doesn't play his first year, and then he's not that good. And they're like, oh, no, we have to scramble. We thought this is our future. It's not our future anymore. And what do we do from here? I think those are some things that just to think about when you let somebody sit for a year.
Using your example, I thought what Minnesota did was really stupid. What Minnesota did was they had Sam Darnold.
Yep.
He led him to a 15-win season. They let Darnold walk, put all their eggs in the J.J. McCarthy basket. Had they kept Darnold and let McCarthy learn from him, maybe the Vikings would have won the Super Bowl instead of the Seahawks.
Well, what if Kirk Cousins goes and takes the Raiders to a 14-3 season, and then you have Fernando Mendoza right there? You keep Kirk Cousins the next year?
It's a quality problem to have, but
you decide
so they can get into the same position, though, as the Vikings, where you don't know if Mendoza's the guy, and I don't trust the Raiders to make a decision.
I don't think the Raiders – well, keep in mind now, the Raiders are starting to make – I don't know if it's Spytek. I don't know if it's Brady. I don't know what they're doing in terms of making decisions, but they're making smarter decisions than they used to, and that's a problem you would love to have.
Smarter decisions like trading Max Crosby and then bringing him back and – having
that was
the
Ravens' fault.
That was a
Ravens'
Baltimore
fault.
issue. Yeah,
the Ravens reneged on that deal.
Well, they could have still tried to trade Max Crosby. They're going to keep him. A guy that doesn't want to be there anymore.
He says he does want to be there now.
Sure.
I guess my question is, Fernando Mendoza. I watched Jaden Daniels as a rookie lead Washington to the NFC Championship game. I watched C.J. Stroud take a team to the playoffs in his first season. Dak Prescott was 13-3 in year one. Justin Herbert had a really good first season.
What happened to those first two guys in their second year?
Well, one got hurt, and the other made the playoffs again. The C.J. Stroud has made the playoffs 3 consecutive years now.
Right, but he had a very off year for him.
Right, but that's year 3. You got a quarterback that can get you the playoffs his first 3 years of his career. You got to be happy with that. I just wonder what it says about Mendoza if he doesn't get on the field.
The other thing is, you never wish this upon anybody, but the quarterback of the Raiders, whether it's Kirk Cousins, Fernando Mendoza, or someone else, is probably not going to make it through the season without getting hurt.
Right.
Not with that line. So if you put Cousins out there and he gives you 6-7 weeks, and then, God forbid, he gets hurt, then at least you have Mendoza to back him up. I love this plan. I think it's a really good – I'm a little nervous that the Rams don't value the backup quarterback spot.
Jimmy G is going to be the backup, and it's going to be fine.
They love Jimmy G. The Rams,
right,
Sean McVay loves Jimmy G.
Yeah, but do you?
I think there are far worse backup quarterbacks to have than Jimmy G. I mean, we're not running with
if we have
Tyson
to have a
Badgett
backup
and
quarterback
like
play more than 2 games, they're already in trouble.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, if we see a lot of Jimmy G, it means the season's lost anyway because Matthew Stafford will be hurt. All right, coming up next for you, the boys in blue. Though they're not hitting right now. First 6, top of the lineup has been very unproductive, and I think probably Greg is very panicked about it. Greg Bergman is going to join us.
I doubt that's true.
With the Boys in Blue report coming up next. In the meantime, how about them Anders, John?
National University is one of my favorite partners at the station. They are a nonprofit university that offers more than 150 degree programs on your schedule. If you're one of those people that has a job and a family, and you like to spend your weekends in the outdoors, and you want to get a degree, National University handles Anders, people that have a lot of different things going on. And if you think you don't have time to get a degree, you got to go to their website. Think again. I mentioned the 4- and 8-week online courses designed for your life. And now you can take your best shot with the Believe and Succeed Scholarship, which awards up to $6,000 annually towards an industry current bachelor's or master's degree. All you need to do, if this sounds interesting to you, is go to their website, nu.edu. nu.edu. They are a proud sponsor of the Lakers, proud sponsor of ESPN LA, and if you want to apply for that scholarship, you just have to do it by July 31st at nu.edu. Terms and conditions apply. National University.
Oh, Lakers fans, are we ready for another party? Oh, party. Tonight is the night. The Lakers, ESPN LA, and Michelob Ultra are teaming up for an epic watch party at Tom's Watch Bar in downtown LA tonight. Come early to catch the live pregame show with Beto Duran starting at 5 p.m. Then stick around as the game tips off at 6:30. Watch Lakers Thunder with us. Tons of giveaways, photo opportunities with the championship trophy, and more. Tonight, Tom's Watch Bar, downtown LA. Beto, Michelob Ultra, Lakers, and you.
Looking for paint that actually lasts? Vista Paint delivers expert quality, rich color, and pro-trusted durability, backed by over 60 years of experience. From your home to your next big project, we've got you covered. Vista Paint, since 1956.
Hyundai gives you America's best warranty on every new vehicle. It includes a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, plus 24/7 roadside assistance. That's peace of mind from Hyundai. And these days, that's priceless.
Now, get the Hyundai Tucson for 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days. Visit your local Hyundai dealer. Offers end April 30th. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Plumbers, today will be a good day. You will be profitable. Your clients will be nice. No one will stand over you and tell you how to fix the thing they actually hired you to fix. You will also feel at peace after switching to Progressive, America's #1 commercial auto insurer. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, #1 commercial auto insurer from the NAIC's 2024 National Premium Data.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland.
Payoff pitch to Rojas.
Hey, this is Miguel Rojas from the Los Angeles Dodgers.
It's back! It's on its way! Out of here!
You're listening to Mason and Ireland Show.
Mason and Ireland rolls on.
Hey!
I haven't heard these for a couple of days.
No, it has been a couple of days. We stopped hitting somewhere along the line. Or maybe we never started hitting.
Never started is the right way to put that.
It's Boys in Blue report time, and Greg Bergman is with us. John Ireland is in OKC. Bergman, just not hitting.
It's
not
everybody.
off to a slow start.
Very slow start. That's from the beginning, though, like you were saying. It's everybody. It's not just one guy on a different night. It's every single guy every single night.
Although the bottom third of the lineup, Andy Pajes has been really good. Freeland's been good, too.
So Pajes has been good. Freeland hasn't gotten a hit since the first game. So he's getting on base because he walks, and that's kind of what they left him here for.
Yep.
But either way, Pajes has been fantastic, not only offensively, John, but defensively. Andy Pajes has completely changed who he is and is a legit center fielder.
Would it be a reach to say he's the Dodgers' best defensive player right now?
I'm going to say Mookie. Actually, I think Pajes is but Mookie is what he is doing at shortstop is incredible. Moving from right field to shortstop,
he doesn't get enough credit for that.
He really doesn't. He was tied last year for the most defensive runs saved, and he made 3 or 4 amazing plays 2 nights ago. That you're like, wow, those are some legit plays. Jumping in the air, diving to his left, getting the ball back to first. He's doing a great job at shorts.
So far, Ohtani, 167, Tucker, 174, Mookie, 136, Freddie Freeman, 208, Will Smith, 200. Wow.
Yeah, it's not good.
No, it's just...
Where's Teo? Because he got 2 hits the other night, but then nothing.
Teo's at 238.
Yeah. All the guys in spring training that were hitting are not hitting in the regular season.
Yeah, it's interesting.
But if you look at it, too, the teams that are at the top at the end of the year are going to be tops in runs scored. The Dodgers, the Yankees, the Blue Jays. The Dodgers have 23 runs scored. The Yankees have 24. The Blue Jays have 27.
Yeah.
So they just aren't – guys just aren't hitting early on, and that kind of typically happens at the beginning of the year because the pitching is ahead of the hitting.
Right. So one of the articles that ESPN put out the last couple of days is about the value of Shohei Ohtani versus the value of Aaron Judge.
Yeah, I read this article.
And they did
I know who Emily would pick.
Yeah, I know who Emily's on. One is a bum and one is Shohei.
Are you really on Judge over Shohei?
Postseason.
No, she's the opposite.
Okay. No, I'm saying Judge, when the lights are brightest, doesn't show up ever.
No, yeah, absolutely. Totally agree.
Yeah, I mean, so far, that's definitely the case.
He's had a lot of chances. It's not like he's a new guy. He's played 17 postseason games.
I'm telling you, this is how it goes around here with Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani.
Is it fair to say he's the most amazing overrated player?
No.
Aaron Judge is not overrated.
The most amazing overrated player.
Wait a minute. His wins above replacement is more
in the regular season.
In the regular season is higher than Ohtani's.
I agree with that.
You realize Emily, everything you've said about Judge, you could say about Mike Trout. In his prime, Mike Trout.
Okay, and I will.
Yeah.
But also, Mike Trout has not played as many postseason games.
I got 3.
He's only played. He's only played 3. Judge has played
Thanks, Artie.
4 times as many.
But what do you think of this? That in terms of WAR, last year offensively, Judge was 2.6 better than Shohei.
Right.
Edge to Judge on defense/base running, Judge 0.6. And, of course, Shohei doesn't play defense.
He doesn't play defense. But also Judge is a very good defender.
Ohtani a 3.7 pitching WAR. So, obviously, an advantage there. But when you add them all up, Aaron Judge, at least according to these numbers, and I don't know what is contained in WAR and all that stuff, how the formula works, but it shows that Judge is more valuable than Ohtani.
Well, because they're adding in the defensive portion of it, whereas I think if you add them together, did it not say that Shohei was above Judge overall?
Barely.
Yes, barely. So he's still more valuable.
Offensively, it's Judge. Put them together, it's Shohei by a whisker.
Yeah, because what Judge is doing is he is by far the second best player in all of baseball. I think is just a well-known thing. But Judge is amazing. He hits amazing. Also, he has that short porch in right field at Yankee Stadium, so he gets a little bit more. But he's an incredible hitter. I just think that whatever Shohei does, he's better. And also, Shohei strikes out a ton more than Aaron Judge does.
Yes.
Aaron Judge walks a lot more, so that's why his numbers are going to be a little bit higher.
You know, one of the things, I was talking to Brian Cranston, did the podcast today, and we were talking about Shohei Ohtani and comparing what he's trying to do, win a Cy Young Award, with, like, completing an EGOT. Like, he's got an MVP. He would have a Cy Young.
It's actually a really good comp.
He's trying to get a World Series MVP, right. That this is sort of like the EGOT, and it's a very, very elusive thing that I don't think we've ever seen anybody do before.
No, I don't even think they had these types of things back when Babe Ruth was pitching. So, yeah, he's the only what he's doing. If he gets the Cy Young, I can't imagine there's any argument whatsoever for anything that he's not the best player that we've ever seen in baseball.
I watched him the other night, and I concluded he is going to win the Cy Young. I bet you he's got
I got 30-1 on that.
I bet you he's got a vision board, and in the middle there's a Cy Young Award, and I think he's going to get there.
John, I think it was 2022 or 23, but he was fourth in Cy Young.
Fourth in Cy Young voting,
so he's gotten close before. Like, what is to say that he's not going to come out? And is there
I win $90,000 in mythical money if he wins.
I actually have Mace in this one. I think because if Shohei says, I want to win the Cy Young, I think he's going to go out there and really try to win the Cy Young.
Right, but then you have me. Yeah, that's what I bet on.
Yeah, no, John bet on that. I'm like, I originally, if you asked me
Mason, when I did it, said, no, he's not going to get it. He said, you should pick Yamamoto instead of Shohei. I'm going Shohei.
I think they're both really good options. I think if Shohei wants it.
After watching Shohei the other night, I'm like, oh, no, I see it.
Okay, so you were going against it.
I was going against it. I'm like, oh, no, I watched that guy pitch.
Oh, you're losing that $90 million.
Yeah.
I'm with John then.
Yeah. So you are you're excited about Kirk Cousins, right, as a Raiders fan?
Yes, I am excited about it. I think you guys were just talking about it, but Clint Kubiak, when he came in, he said just yesterday or the day before that he does not want a rookie starter for his first year coaching, and he's absolutely right to do it that way. Let him sit behind somebody, and if you're going around the league and looking around who's available, Kirk Cousins by far is the best available person to come in and teach Fernando Mendoza about the league, and also let him if he goes plays in 8, 9, 10 games, cool. That's just less time for Mendoza to not get killed.
Well, what if they come out of the box 6-2?
Then you keep playing him, and Mendoza can play next year.
Right.
I think that's what they're trying to do in Atlanta, but then when he got a little bit hurt, Michael Penix came in, and they're like, okay, this is the guy.
Yeah.
And that would be the exact same thing that would happen with the Raiders.
Right. So this weekend, by the way, Dodgers are at Toronto.
Oh, I know.
In the rematch.
Well, Washington this weekend.
I hope their bats wake up before then.
Yeah. So Toronto.
Washington stinks, right?
Yeah, Washington.
No, I mean, they're pretty good at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, but they're super young. This is not going to be a big year for the National. But
scored more than the Dodgers.
Toronto's right there, man. Toronto is I can imagine a world where they meet again in the World Series.
Oh, absolutely. So imagine them going into Toronto to go play. If you're going to get booed somewhere, Toronto is going to go crazy.
Oh, yeah.
There, right? Like, those ticket prices have got to be insane to get into there. No?
Oh, got to be. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the demand is for tickets in Toronto.
It's got to be huge.
Baseball tickets in April, normally, unless it's opening day, are somewhat affordable.
No, but if it's a World Series rematch and it happens to be the Dodgers coming into town, and you get all the pomp and circumstance of everything.
But it's Canadian money. It's cheaper than American money. Is Canadian money not cheaper than American money?
The exchange rate doesn't work out like I'm talking about.
Yeah, it doesn't work out for them. I'm curious about that.
I would love to go to that game.
Oh.
Who won any of those 3 games?
Yeah, so tickets for
$45 for Monday's game. So
really, 45?
Yeah, pretty cheap to get in.
Yeah.
Let's fly to Toronto. Brian, you and me. Let's go fly to Toronto.
Yeah, the get-in price, $48. Exactly right.
Wow.
So, yeah.
God, they don't know what they're doing. If Toronto came here, if it was flipped, the prices for these tickets would be outrageous.
Yeah. I want to do one more thing, and I know I'm blowing the segment here. So yesterday, a buddy of mine went to the game the night they did the Yoshi bobblehead.
Right.
And, John, you probably heard about this, right? Huge demand. Everybody wanted the Yoshi bobblehead.
Yeah, they didn't have enough bobbleheads thing again.
No, 40,000 bobbleheads. 53,000 people. The one thing that my friend was ticked off about was a lot of people got bobbleheads because they paid an extra $42 to get into the stadium early. It's an early entrance ticket that you need over and above your ticket to be able to get a bobblehead. Now,
what's wrong with that?
Yeah,
they do it all the time. An extra $42 to get in on top of. So for him, it was $185 was what he paid, and it wasn't secondary market. It was he bought it from the Dodgers.
Dodgers.com. Yeah.
Okay.
He got there an hour early, no bobblehead. But people who paid
because they were all gone.
Because they were all gone.
Right.
But people who bought the ticket then bought a second ticket for $42 to get in early, got the bobblehead. So you have to. He says if he would have bought both tickets, the real ticket and the $42, he would have gotten a bobblehead. I mean, this is turning into a racket. I don't know why you can't just make 53,000 bobbleheads.
I mean, it'd be nice for them to make the 53,000 bobbleheads, but that's what it's always been like. Does Shohei?
No, Shohei, they're doing all.
So,
Shohei, they're guaranteeing everybody.
But they were doing it before you had to pay extra for them. They're not going to do 53,000, are they?
Shohei is guaranteed. You're guaranteed to get a bobblehead. Why would they not do that with every bobblehead?
I don't know why they don't do that, but I
asked that once, and the answer I got was it's up to the sponsor. So when, I don't know who sponsored the
It was the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Right.
Okay, so the Dodgers tell them, here's how many people could show up. You decide how many of these you want to make because they're paying for them, and then you go from there. I'm kind of with you on this one, Mace. If they're going to announce it's Yamamoto bobblehead night, everyone with a paying ticket should get a bobblehead.
Yeah,
they should.
But I'm a free market guy. I have zero issue with them charging extra for. I would equate this to taking a flight. Like Greg, you were talking about. Let's say you were flying to Toronto to watch the Dodgers. If you want to buy a ticket, they'll charge you whatever the market rate is. If you want to sit in business class, you pay a little more. If you want to sit in first class, you pay a lot more.
Right.
It's really up to you. So I have zero issue with the Dodgers charging for extra stuff because I don't have to pay it if I don't want to.
Right. I think that's what it is. Unfortunately, I mean, you can go on the secondary market. You can go to eBay and spend $300 and get one of those things.
That's what they're selling for now.
Yeah,
you can get one off eBay.
Yeah, for $300.
Yeah,
so it's crazy.
John and I have a fundamental disagreement. John is a free market guy. Totally get it. John thinks if you can get that amount of money, do it. Like, squeeze every single penny you can out.
And I would argue this is exactly what you did when you owned movie theaters. You charged a price.
I charged the going rate. I did not charge more.
Right.
I did not charge an early entry
You're
fee.
also not doing it anymore.
Everybody got to see the movie.
Yeah, but you also charged me $10 for a Coke, which I don't blame you. I can't go outside and get a Coke.
Going price. That's the going price.
Right. So why isn't
I didn't
this
charge
the going
any
price?
more than anybody else did.
I think it's just I'm kind of with John because I think at this point they're going to get as much money as they possibly can out of everything.
They are
at this
going
point.
to milk everybody for every penny,
and that's how we continue to because they put it back into the team, so it's hard to actually argue
But
with
John,
them.
how does that square with, for example, the Masters? The Masters, the prices are super low. The price
You're forgetting one very important thing.
You're not allowed in.
You can't get in. You can't get a ticket.
No, but I'm saying once you're in,
if you're lucky enough to get a ticket, then you reap the benefits of their low prices. But tickets for the Masters are insane.
But why do they have low prices? They could get
raise
more.
their prices,
They could get way more for the stuff they're selling. Why are they not selling it for more? Why are they not squeezing those golf fans for every penny you can get out of them?
Why don't we make it part of the Dodger experience? Why don't we do it like what Atlanta does, where you can get all those things for $20 or whatever?
Yep.
Like, let's make it like you come into an LA, maybe the ticket is more expensive, but the concessions are affordable.
Yeah, be like Atlanta. They charge really normal prices for everything. They're not gouging.
I think we should live in a society where you try to get as much money out of everything. Look at the business we're in. We're trying to bring as much money in as possible.
Of course we are.
So,
yes.
So I think they're doing the same. I don't like it. I wish it was.
We're doing it for our fans. They're doing it for their fans, and their fans are seeing continual increases in prices.
And continual more wins.
That's in any business. If I was to look back when you owned the theaters, your price for popcorn the first year you owned them went up gradually to the last year you owned them.
Right, but I just cited Atlanta where they charge totally normal prices at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, like a hot dog $1.50. I mean, why not take that approach to your fans? You're the richest organization in sports. Why not make it super family-friendly, affordable at Dodger Stadium?
Why didn't you do it when you owned the theaters? Why didn't you have
I
double
had
Cokes?
bargain Tuesdays. I had double features. I had
but if I went on a regular
cups,
day, I'm paying $10 for a Coke.
Right.
Which I'm fine with.
Or you could have bought $10 and got free refills, or you could. But whatever that is, again, I wasn't servicing fans the way this team is servicing fans. I just think just because you can get a gigantic amount doesn't mean you should always do it.
They shouldn't, but the amount of money that they're paying to
the early
everything
entrance
else.
thing just got me crazy. So buy a ticket, then buy another ticket.
But
to
then
get
you're
in
guaranteed.
early.
You're
So,
guaranteed.
Hey, Mace, if I wanted to watch batting practice, do I have to pay for one of those early entrance tickets, or
Yes.
can I just go
You have
when
to
the
buy
gates open?
You have to pay $42 to go in early.
What time does the gate open if I don't pay the $42?
Well, if you pay $42, it's open 3 hours early, 3.5 hours early. I can't tell you when a normal ticket allows you to get in, but if you buy a ticket and then you spend the extra $42, you can see batting practice.
I guess I would equate this to any high-end experience. You're going to pay a premium price. For example, if we're owned by Disney, if we go to Disneyland, the prices are 10 times what they were when we used to go when we were kids.
Right.
That's because a lot of people want to go. It's supply and demand. The Dodgers, you're criticizing the Dodgers for taking advantage of fans. They're number one in attendance every year.
Don't misconstrue what I'm saying. I'm saying just because you can get a certain amount of money doesn't mean you should. That's all. Doesn't mean you should. I could have gotten $40 for popcorn. You got to have popcorn when you go to the movies. No, I didn't charge $40. I charged whatever it was, $7.95 or $8 or whatever it was.
It's the type of company that is Guggenheim is doing this. And Emily was talking about this a little bit. They don't care about that kind of stuff. They care about the bottom line. But then they still take that money and put it back into the team, and you're seeing wins based off it. You're right. There should be some kind of middle ground so that you can still bring in money in different ways by sending unique low field, but then maybe hopefully that offsets and bring the beer prices down.
Why do you think Atlanta is able to charge $2 for a hot dog and $3
What's the
for
price of
nachos?
living in Atlanta?
Well, I think you
and
might be confusing
$3.50 for Reese's Pieces and
that's at the Mercedes-Benz
Stadium. Correct. That is
right.
For the
that's
football
not where
games.
that's not where the Braves play. You're talking about the Falcons.
I'm just talking about this is look, good to be a Falcons fan. You don't have to pay a lot once you get into the building. That's a good thing.
Right.
They could be charging $20 for a hot dog like everybody else, but they're charging $3. I'm saying you can do. You shouldn't squeeze every penny out of your fans. That's my opinion. Dodgers put all the money back in. I'm not going to complain about that. Beautiful center field, wide concourses, all that stuff. I don't know. The 40 ton.
If they were doing what you're accusing them of doing, they wouldn't draw. They're the opposite. They draw more than anybody.
Yeah, an extra $42 for batting practice seems excessive to me. All right.
It does.
Coming up next, we're going to do some icebreakers. Greg, you got something there.
I do. Boys in Blue is brought to you by Hard Rock Casino Tejon, the easiest drive from downtown L.A. This April, Unity members can enter to win an Aston Martin in the Sweet Speed Aston Martin giveaway. Learn more at casino.hardrock.com/Tejon. Hard Rock Casino Tejon, this is how SoCal plays.
All right, and it is a Cosm Ticket Thursday right now. Caller number 7 gets a pair of tickets to see Illinois versus UConn in the Final Four on Saturday. Don't miss your shot to witness championship action live. Again, that's Cosm. Tickets are available. Go to Cosm.com. That's COSM.com. Or caller number 7 right now. You're a winner, and you will be there. 877-710-ESPN. All right, you probably shopped or donated at a Goodwill Southern California store, but that's just part of the story. Everyday Goodwill is helping people build better futures through job training, career placement, and support services for veterans, youth, and anybody working to get back into the workforce. They're not just a store, they're a pathway to opportunity. And now, through their partnership and Verizon Skill Forward, you can access free online college courses to learn new skills, earn credentials, and take the next step in your career, all at your own pace. Whether you're looking to grow, start fresh, or give back to your community, Goodwill is here to make it happen. Whether you want to help or get the help you need, Goodwill Southern California is ready for you. For more information, visit powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. That's powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. Brought to you by Goodwill Southern California and Verizon Skill Forward. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Purple and gold-blooded. The Lake Show play here.
Tonight, the Lake Show hit the road for a Western Conference showdown in Oklahoma City.
Luka brings it into the front court. Luka dribbling down the middle all the way, got to the paint, got to the rim, lay it up and in.
It's Luka and the Lakers versus SGA and the Thunder. Coverage begins tonight at 5 p.m.
Every dribble, every dunk. This is the home of the Lakers. 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
The LPGA Tour returns to Los Angeles for the JM Eagle LA Championship, presented by Plastpro, April 16th through the 19th at El Caballero Country Club. Come watch 144 of the world's best female golfers, including LPGA Major Champion Hannah Green and 2025 champion Ingrid Lindblad. First responders, military, and kids under 17 get in free. It's more than just a golf tournament. Get your tickets today at jmeagleLAchampionship.com.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNLAcontests.com.
That's ESPNLAcontests.com.
Oh, Lakers fans, are we ready for another party? Oh, party. Tonight is the night. The Lakers, ESPN LA, and Michelob Ultra are teaming up for an epic watch party at Tom's Watch Bar in downtown LA tonight. Come early to catch the live pregame show with Beto Duran starting at 5 p.m. Then stick around as the game tips off at 6:30. Watch Lakers Thunder with us. Tons of giveaways, photo opportunities with the championship trophy, and more. Tonight, Tom's Watch Bar, downtown LA. Beto, Michelob Ultra, Lakers, and you.
Listen to Mason and Ireland, weekdays noon to 3 on ESPN LA.
And it is Mason and Ireland on ESPN LA. It's time for Icebreakers. Icebreakers made possible by Blue Ice Vodka, the finest vodka sourced from Idaho potatoes. Get it? Idaho, Johnny I, the Idaho compound. Enjoy Blue Ice Classic Vodka or their unique flavors like Huckleberry and Double Espresso. Find Blue Ice in stores and ask for them by name. Time for Icebreakers on Mason and Ireland. Take it away, producer Emily.
And you're listening to KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Time for Icebreakers. And what do you got?
All right, and here's where we sit with our tallies. Brian's the only one on the board with 5 points so far. This so far. All right, for 10 points.
Yes.
I was born in 1979 in Philly. My mother, who worked as a systems analyst for the Office of Student Registration and Financial Services at the University of Pennsylvania. I had aspirations of becoming a basketball player, and I was a participant in the LaSalle basketball camp with future NBA Hall of Famer Kobe Bryant.
Okay.
I was told to give more information off the top, so I did it.
All right, that was a lot.
Okay.
9 points. I once worked as a shoe salesman after I dropped out of high school, and after that, I also moved to New York City.
Okay. Shoe salesman. Terrible job.
For 8 points. Last year, I was nominated for both a Razzie and I won a Sports Emmy Award. And in 2017, I appeared in an underwear commercial for Macy's.
I don't know who this is.
For 7 points. I debuted a vegan restaurant to compete with fast food chains by offering a flavorful plant-based alternatives. The restaurant's opened in LA, a mile from LAX, with a simple menu of veggie burgers and chicken products, but all locations closed in 2024.
So one out of business.
I don't know who this is.
For
Vegan.
6 points. Among my first few movies were Along Came Polly and Scary Movie 3, and I've also been made into several memes.
I'm going to take a shot.
Go ahead.
Is it Kevin Hart?
It is Kevin Hart. There you go.
Kevin Hart.
That's 6 points for John. You take the lead for the month.
Went to Penn?
Oh, his mom
Oh,
worked
his
there.
mom went to Penn. Okay,
He
got
didn't
it.
go to college.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
John, who sponsored the segment?
This segment is sponsored by Blue Ice Vodka, America's largest potato vodka, double gold rated, just 64 calories per ounce, and made from Idaho potatoes. Blue Ice Vodka, premium taste, nothing extra. If you haven't tried it, try it. Everybody I turn this on to goes, it's great. So check it out.
All right. It is sports graffiti time. This is a huge night for the Lakers. Dodgers off, of course, today. But the Lakers have OKC in OKC. Best team in the league versus one of the hottest teams in the league, the Los Angeles Lakers. What are your expectations? Is this a measuring stick game? What do you want to see tonight? Marcus Smart, by the way, is out for this game. Also, Dodgers off to a very slow start at the plate. Pitching is fine. At the plate, they're struggling to start the year. Any concerns? I hope not. 877-710-ESPN. We'll get your calls in here. Coming up next, Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, I know a lot of you are watching the game tonight. If you're having a watch party, you're having people over, go get some BBGO. It makes the whole experience so much better. BBGO's perfect for at-home watch parties. Korean flavor, they go all in. It's packed, bold, packed with flavor, comforting, and they've got all sorts of different stuff. They've got bowls, they've got dumplings, they've got fried rice. BBGO reminds you what it feels like to go all in. Vibe on a wave of Korean food and culture with BBGO. Look for it at your local grocery store in the Asian and freezer aisles. BBGO for it and bring something different to the table.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive.
You're just starting to see more consistent performances. I think that the understanding of what's being asked is more obvious, and it's not a direct criticism of LeBron. It's just it's easier when there's one less option there.
Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
The guy that keeps coming up in all this, and we don't talk about him unless he screws something up, is JJ. JJ is the guy with his hands on the controls. He must see this. He must know this.
Sure.
Or maybe he disagrees with us.
With just Luka and with just Reem, it's less cluttered. And I think that's the perfect description. It's just easier, and not that they don't have flaws, they do. These are things that are starting to come together where it's not the sample is getting larger and larger, and the answer is remaining the same.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and live on YouTube.
Feel the vibe, the speed, the adrenaline. The Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach roars back April 17th through 19th. It's a pulsating 200-mile-per-hour beach party. 6 races featuring the sleek MTT Indy cars, IMSA sports cars, and more. Saturday night, rock out with Kings of Chaos. Kids 12 and under free with a ticketed adult. Tickets at gplb.com. The Acura Grand Prix, April 17th through 19th. The Long Beach vibe is back.
And it is 1 o'clock in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland. And you know it's time for Sports Graffiti on Mason and Ireland. This is where you call in and talk to the fellas.
877-710-ESPN.
That's right, that number is back. It's not a mistake. Big voice guy, do it one more time.
877-710-ESPN.
You get to talk to Mason and Ireland during Sports Graffiti, and we know everybody loves Mason and Ireland.
Rick Vega, I'm the reigning champ of the Mason Ireland Poker Invitational.
Gregory Mendez, Port Hueneme, California.
Why do you love Mason Ireland?
Why I love them? Because they're there every day for me. They're consistently giving out some funny takes, being goofy, and to be honest, we need it in a time like this, so I love it.
Let's do it. Sports Graffiti time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. Sports Graffiti time. Ireland's in OKC. Let's hit the phones. Let's start out with Cameron in Lake Forest. Hi, Cameron. You're on Sports Graffiti. What's happening, man?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
John, the Thunder have team options on Dort and Hartenstein. If they can't keep both, should the Lakers go after Dort?
Sure, and there's a lot of speculation that the Thunder won't be able to pay Lou Dort because they've already paid Shea. They're going to have to pay Jalen Williams, and Chet Holmgren. Once you pay those 3 guys, you probably can't max Lou Dort. The problem is, Mace, I'm not sure the Lakers could max him either. You know, with all their, it depends, like, do we bring LeBron back? How much do we pay Austin?
Right. I mean,
I really want the Lakers to sign Luke Kennard.
Yeah, sure. But I don't think Lou Dort isn't a max player. Like, you can find a way to sign Lou Dort without paying him the max. You can find if you're building a roster. I don't think Lou Dort is a max player. If he is,
he's going to get a lot of money from. He's going to get a lot of money from somebody.
Yeah, he is one of the names. And by the way, there's also a lot of reporting out of OKC. John, you would probably know that Isaiah Hartenstein may also be on the market. Then they may not be able to afford him either. Let's go to Dave in Lancaster. Dave, you're on Sports Graffiti. Hi there.
Hey, good afternoon,
Good afternoon.
fellas. John, you go ahead and cash in that ticket on Shohei winning the Cy Young. That guy, he's laser focused. But anyways, so here's my thought, and I just want to see what you guys think of this. Yep. So the Masters, the golf, they have the Grand Slam. So let's say Shohei goes out. He already has a World Series. He gets the World Series MVP. He gets a Cy Young. Let's call that a Shohei. We need to start getting a name for those three things. If he gets it, it's going to be called the Shohei.
The Shohei. Award. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, and to me, Mace, that's more impressive than the Triple Crown.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
so we can't call it the Triple Crown, but, he's the best baseball player I've ever seen, and it's not close.
Yeah, I mean,
you guys can hem and haw and talk about Babe Ruth and talk about Aaron Judge, and the combination of his skills with the way he hits for power and average and the way he pitches, nobody like him anywhere.
The way
maybe
he wants
ever
to steal bases, the way he can if he chooses to. I mean, it's just like it's out of this world. Let's go to Brian in Quartz Hill. Hey, Brian, what's happening, man?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Got two things for you guys. One of them is about the Dodger concession, and since you guys always pivot off of sports, which I love, that's my second one. I want to talk about the concession stands. I'm not sure if this is like a hidden menu like In-N-Out, but you're able to bring your own food into Dodger Stadium, right?
Yeah, I mention that all the time, and I see people do it. They bring their own hot dogs. I mentioned last year I was at a game, and there was somebody eating a bag of spaghetti. They had a bag filled with spaghetti and sauce. So you can bring your own stuff, Brian. It's a really good point.
My kids and I go to AM/PM. We load up on snacks, sodas, candy. You got 2 Dodger dogs for $4 at AM/PM. So we load up on that. As long as you bring a clear bag to Dodger Stadium in the size that they have, set out for, you can bring whatever you want. Sometimes we bring In-N-Out. Sometimes we bring tacos. Sometimes we bring McDonald's.
Oh, I accidentally hit the wrong button, but
and my issue with people
that's actually
making
a really good point. The idea that you can bring food in from outside. I see people do it.
The issue I have with people making what is today the Mason argument, which is Dodger Stadium should be more affordable, is that number one, you don't have to buy anything you don't want to, and that caller was a great example of it. He eats before the game, or he stops at AM/PM and he picks it up. Nothing that you're criticizing the Dodgers for is anything that I have to buy. I don't have to buy any of it. So, I mean, the most important thing to me as a Dodger fan is that they compete and try and win the World Series every single year. And nobody is better than them at that.
Totally
So as long as they're doing that, charge whatever you want.
World-class organization, be kind to the fans.
They are. It's ridiculous.
$42 for batting practice. Let's go to Daryl.
Don't go.
Believe me, I won't. Let's go to Daryl in Calabasas. Daryl, you're on Sports Graffiti. What are you doing, man?
Hey, I think one of the issues with the hitting is that they changed the lineup. I think the lineup should be Shohei lefty, Mookie righty, Freddie lefty, Will Smith righty, Teo and Max, and then all the other
we've
guys
talked a lot about.
We've
talked a lot about this. I agree with you, but that's not the reason they're not hitting. The splits for guys like Shohei and Kyle Turner and Mookie and Freddie. Remember, Mace, we looked them up. They're pretty even.
Yeah, like Kyle Tucker is basically a wash left-handed versus right-handed pitching. So
right. So I was with the caller at this. Remember, as soon as they got Kyle Tucker, I said this is going to be great. They're going to go right or left, right, and end with a switch hitter in Edmund. But the problem is bigger than that. and it's such a small sample size. I'm
Yeah,
even
it's so
hesitant to
such
call
a
it
small
problem.
sample size. Yeah,
But the reason they haven't won the last couple of games is because they're just not hitting.
I mean,
it doesn't matter. Left,
Shohei's
right,
batting 167, Tucker's batting 174, Mookie's batting 136, Freeman's batting 208.
Be willing
Will
to
Smith
bet my
batting 200.
house none of those stay at those.
Absolutely not.
Stay at those
But you can shuffle that deck any way you want, and they're not scoring runs with those guys at that level of production. And again, it is the first week of the season for all intents and purposes here. Let's go to Will in Santa Clarita. Hey, Will, you're on Sports Graffiti. What are you doing, man?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good.
Hey,
Will.
My family, we're a season ticket holder, and with that, the season tickets, the early entries included, which is really nice because we're center field in the home run section.
Nice.
So for batting practice, it's perfect to get balls.
Sure.
I don't think it's worth paying the extra $42 just for batting practice, but even if you don't do the full season, if you do like a quarter, half, or three-quarter season package, you get that early entry.
You get the early entrance. Okay, so there you have it. So senior season ticket holders don't have to pay the $42. Let's go to Joe in Irvine. Joe, you're on Sports Graffiti. Hey, Joe.
Albeit I'm not quite ready to drink the Ohtani Kool-Aid and comparing him to the legends, because how many Hall of Fame pitchers has he faced in his career? Okay.
Well, we don't know because they're all
we don't know. They're all still playing.
Hitters, these top four hitters, I mean, the guys, Mookie, you guys, what are you waiting for? You had 6 weeks to prepare for the season. Now you're going to Cadillac it, okay? I can't.
What are you talking
I don't accept that.
Yeah, look.
I don't accept your premise. It's an idiotic take. If Shohei Ohtani, look at you've got 10 years of examples of what this guy does. What about his career do you underachieves and doesn't make him? If he retired this second, he is a first ballot Hall of Famer, maybe unanimous.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's go to Daniel in L.A. Daniel, you're on Sports Graffiti. Do you have a take as hot as that last guy?
Kind of an update to a couple of callers, but so the reason why a lot of Dodger promotions are only 40,000 is the idea that it's basically the Dodgers capitalizing on FOMO. Once you get into the ballpark, because you have to be compelled to get there early for one of the 40,000 promotions, you have another 90 minutes to 2 hours to milk until the first pitch. So you end up buying food and other concessions, especially if you have children. That's particularly why the promotions are not the full 53,000 unless it's Shohei himself getting that extra 13,000. Right. But it's a business decision by the Dodgers to get you in early and then before first pitch get you to buy more merchandise than you would have.
Sell your food, sell your merchandise. Exactly. Yeah, that's a good point. Anything else, Daniel? No, that's it. Let's go to Walrus in Encino. Our friend Walrus, what are you doing, man?
I'm on spring break looking after my kids over here. Two things. Lakers tonight, they got to keep it within 10, make it a respectable game. That's what we're looking for in terms of getting into the playoffs. And then Dodgers-wise, I agree with you, John. As long as they're winning, that's going to go ahead and cover up everything. The prices are outrageous, but people are willing to pay it, and that's ultimately what it comes down to. Y'all have a great day. Go Lakers.
All right. Thank you very much. Let's get a couple more in here. Let's go to Steve in Thousand Oaks. Steve, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go ahead, man.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hey, I had a little MVP scenario for you guys. Okay. So, for example, I want to get your guys' take. So, say if Luka played amazing and beat OKC twice in these next upcoming games, would that benefit him and take a knock on Shea? But if it helped the Spurs get to number 1 seed, or would it make Wemby the number 1 MVP?
Oh, by the way, Mace, I have breaking news on Wemby. He is not going to play against the Clippers tonight. So
second night
if
of a
you have,
back-to-back, right?
Yeah, if you have tickets to see Wemby tonight, you're not seeing Wemby. The other thing is, and this is
I'm sorry. Go ahead, John.
Okay, the caller makes an interesting point. Let's say Luka leads the Lakers to a win tonight, and he torches Shea. Mm-hmm. Like he clearly is the best player on the court. He might get closer to Shea. His problem is Wemby.
Right.
Because Wemby, if he beats Shea, then Wemby moves up.
Yes.
And Luka would still be behind Wemby. So I think the only scenario I can see with Luka winning the MVP is that they win tonight.
Yep.
They win Tuesday when Oklahoma City comes to crypto. and the Spurs sit Wemby at the end of the year so he doesn't hit the 65.
Right.
And then Luka wins it.
Right. Although they're certainly going to keep Wemby at the 65, aren't they?
Well,
tonight's just second night of a back-to-back, I would think. That's why he's not playing, right?
Yeah, I think that he's very close to. I'm gonna pull up the exact amount of games he's played in this year. If they're the same as us, he has 5 games left.
Okay.
He's played in 61 games.
Okay, so he needs 4 of 5.
Right, and tonight he's out.
Right.
So he can't miss another game.
He cannot miss another game after tonight, right? Or he is eliminated from all awards contention and all NBA and all that stuff.
Right. So that's Luka's path to the MVP.
Yeah.
Wemby doesn't hit 65.
And he beat Shea twice.
Luka smoked Shea twice.
Yep.
And in any other year, we'd be talking about Luka as
100%.
MVP for sure.
Absolutely.
It's just that all 3 of these guys have completely balled out.
Yeah. All right, coming up next for you, John. LeBron has got thoughts on a particular NBA city, and they're not positive. We'll do that coming up next for you. In the meantime, at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, you can get a deal so right it almost feels wrong. This spring, best time to go get the Hyundai car or SUV you've always wanted. Plus, every new Hyundai comes with the peace of mind of America's best warranty. When I started working out with the Southern California Hyundai dealers, I'm telling you, I drove the Ioniq 5, loved it, drove the Santa Fe, drove the Sonata. I ended up in the Elantra Hybrid, and I love it. I'm getting 50 miles to the gallon. No matter which one of their adventure-ready SUVs or breakthrough hybrids or EVs, you can be sure to get away with a lot more than just a great deal this spring. Don't wait. Get to your local Hyundai dealer today for the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event going on right now. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Oh, Lakers fans, are we ready for another party? Oh, party. Tonight is the night. The Lakers, ESPN LA, and Michelob Ultra are teaming up for an epic watch party at Tom's Watch Bar in downtown LA tonight. Come early to catch the live pregame show with Beto Duran starting at 5 p.m. Then stick around as the game tips off at 6:30. Watch Lakers Thunder with us. Tons of giveaways, photo opportunities with the championship trophy, and more. Tonight, Tom's Watch Bar, downtown LA. Beto, Michelob Ultra, Lakers, and you.
Hey guys, it's tournament time, and Pizza Hut is bringing the heat with their new hand-tossed crust. Crispy and golden on the outside, soft and fluffy on the inside, and finished with buttery garlic parm seasoning for bold flavor in every bite. All tournament long, grab a large pizza with any 3 toppings for just $10.99, available for delivery or carryout. When the games heat up, keep the Pizza Hut coming. Cut down the nets with the $10.99 large 3-topping pizza deal. Order now at pizzahut.com or download the Pizza Hut app and bring home the win.
Limited time offer. Additional charges for extra cheese and toppings, stuffed crust, and original pan.
Hey, it's Chris Morales. When it comes to cancer, early detection saves lives. Our friends at Providence remind you that many cancers start with no symptoms, but catching them early can lead to more treatment options and better outcomes. Providence brings together the best minds in cancer care, keeping you in the game with trusted, compassionate support. Take control of your health. Learn more at providence.org/cancer. Providence.org/cancer. Providence, caring with compassion in Southern California.
Los Angeles, if you missed out on any action this past season, don't make the same mistake. Secure your spot in the Rams house for 2026. Watch every home game next year with big-time matchups against the Bills, Chiefs, Cowboys, and Packers. In addition, enjoy home playoff ticket access, interest-free monthly payment plans, and stadium event presale access. Visit therams.com/2026. Again, that is therams.com/2026. Don't miss out on any of next season's action. Get your Rams season tickets today.
John Ireland here, and when it comes to vodka, I like a winner, and Blue Ice Vodka delivers. America's largest potato vodka. Double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce, and made from Idaho potatoes. Clean, smooth, no additives. Blue Ice Vodka. Vodka with standards.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason, Ireland, you guys are clowns.
Screw you, Josh.
Damn.
Mason and Ireland on 710.
Mason and Ireland are clowns. That's going to be a drop for a long time.
Why not?
Back to the guys.
John, it's National DIY Day. Are you good at fixing stuff up? And
it would be impossible for me to convey to you how I'm not. I can't fix anything.
Yeah, I am also.
Whenever I fix something, Lisa is in absolute shock.
I am so not handy. It's unbelievable. Brian Cohen, are you handy around the house at all?
Yeah, I'd like to think so.
Yeah, what do you fix? What do you got?
Anything that's on YouTube.
Anything that's on you? Oh, you use the YouTube videos, like the do-it-yourself videos.
If, I've said before, if it's a 10-minute or less video on YouTube, if they could fix it, you could probably do it yourself too.
Em, do you use DIY videos at all?
Yeah, I'll use videos sometimes to help me with things.
That's it.
Yeah, that's all I had to say.
That's all.
Sorry,
That's all.
I can't know what you wanted me to say.
To Brian's point, Mace, I can't tell you how many times I go to YouTube and the answer of whatever I'm working on is there.
It's amazing.
Like last night, I'm in a different hotel chain than I'm normally in.
Right.
And I couldn't figure out how to get my Fire Stick working.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally Googled Fire Stick at blank hotel. And there was an exact step-by-step way for me to get it activated. It has – whenever I'm doing laundry and I can't get something out.
Yeah.
If I Google can't get oil stain out of white sweatshirt, it'll tell me exactly what to do. YouTube is a godsend.
Yeah, it really is.
For trying to fix stuff.
Yeah. Boy, you don't want to have a broken Fire Stick. Brian, do you ever break your Fire Stick?
No, but I feel like more and more I've been having a lot of problems with my Fire Stick. I don't know.
Have you?
I feel like they're kind of coming outdated. I don't know.
Brian, let's talk off the air. I can walk you through it. I can fix any Fire Stick.
You can fix your Fire Stick.
I need that.
Excellent. All right, so, John, interestingly, LeBron James, I saw this just before we went on the air, was playing golf. No surprise, right? Because he's obsessed. And he's talking about Memphis, the city of Memphis. Listen to this exchange. It's actually while they're on a green, and he's BS.
Staying at the Hyatt at 41 years old. You think I want to do that? Being in Memphis on a random-ass Thursday? I'm not like the first guy to even talk about it in the NBA. Like, we all like, you guys have to move. Just go over to Nashville. You got Vanderbilt over there. You got NASCAR. You got a stadium. Don't they got a hockey team too?
Yeah, Predators.
Yeah. Like they got everything.
Doesn't look like LeBron's going to be on the Grizzlies anytime soon, so Grizzly fans out there.
Yeah, they know. Their only chance was in 2003 if they would have won the lottery to give me that. And I might have pulled a Eli Manning and not showed up.
Anything to not go to Memphis. Why Memphis and not Nashville? It's actually a really interesting question.
Okay. I don't even know if LeBron knows this.
Yeah.
So years ago, Nashville is the most affluent city in the state of Tennessee.
Okay.
That's where the business community is. That's where the money is.
Yes.
As they mentioned, that's where the Predators play. I've never been to Nashville. Have you?
Yes. Years ago,
Apparently
though, before it blew up into what it is now. Now it's like every bachelorette party in the world.
Right. They call it Nash Vegas.
Nash Vegas, yeah.
It's basically turned into Las Vegas, so it would be perfect. And apparently the NBA, remember the Grizzlies were owned by a guy named Michael Heisley.
Yeah.
And Michael Heisley owned the Vancouver Grizzlies. And he moved them to Memphis. This team started in Vancouver. So he moves them to Memphis, and somewhere along the line in his ownership tenure, Nashville came to him and gave him the proverbial offer you can't refuse. Like, move the team to Nashville, and he was going to do it. And do you know there is one major corporation in Memphis? Do you know what it is? Correct. The Grizzlies play in the FedEx Forum.
Mm-hmm.
FedEx isn't just a Grizzlies sponsor. They're an NBA sponsor. And what I heard was they would run the risk. Nobody said it for sure, but they would run the risk of losing FedEx as a sponsor if they move them out of Memphis, and it squashed it. Now, that doesn't mean they can't move to Nashville later.
Right.
Now that they've got so many different revenue streams. But I think, personally, they would have been in Nashville already had FedEx not said, hey, we want to keep the team in Memphis.
Now, but you've been to Graceland. Graceland is a magical place, right?
It sure is. I wish we played the games there.
Yeah. At Graceland?
The other thing that's in Memphis, Mace?
Yeah.
They used to play in this place called the Pyramid.
I remember the Pyramid, yeah.
Do you know what the Pyramid is now?
No.
It's a Bass Pro Shop, the largest one in the world.
Wow.
Which includes a hotel. And one time, we couldn't get into our regular hotel, and we stayed at the Bass Pro Shop. And it's really fun. They've got a giant lake inside where you can fish.
Wow.
As you know, I'm a big fan of warm socks. They had every type of sock available for sale.
Very nice. Good.
So that they do have a couple of things going for it. One, Bass Pro Shops. Two, Gus's Fried Chicken.
Yeah, those are
outside of that, not a lot of reasons to go to Memphis.
Exactly. All right. Hey, it is Cosm Ticket Thursday. You can call 877-710-ESPN right now. Caller number 7 gets a pair of tickets to see Illinois versus UConn in the Final Four on Saturday.
Wow, good game.
Don't miss your shot to witness the championship action live in shared reality. Tickets available. Go to cosm.com. That's COSM.com, or win a pair right now. 877-710-ESPN. Caller number 7 grabs them. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Purple and gold-blooded. The Lake Show play here.
Tonight, the Lake Show hit the road for a Western Conference showdown in Oklahoma City.
Luka brings it into the front court. Luka dribbling down the middle all the way, got to the paint, got to the rim, lay it up and in.
It's Luka and the Lakers versus SGA and the Thunder. Coverage begins tonight at 5 p.m.
Every dribble, every dunk. This is the home of the Lakers. 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Hey LA, it's Bethel Duran. Head to Northridge Toyota and Wondering Toyota today and drive off in a brand new, beautiful 2026 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for just $209 a month on a 36-month lease. $209 for a Tacoma? You already know it's got to be Northridge and Wondering Toyota. Your trade-in is your down payment. It's a limited time offer. Nobody's going to take care of you like my guys at Wondries and Northridge Toyota.
2026 Toyota Tacoma SR5 I-Force 2.4-cylinder turbo 5-foot bed. Double cab 4x2 RWD model. MSRP $40,628. Base 10,000 miles per year and excludes tax, title, license, and dollar fees.
The Loan Exchange is proud to introduce the Free Closer, a jumbo 30-year fixed loan up to $3 million. With no closing costs, you could save around $40,000 in fees like points and appraisals that many lenders charge on a $2 million loan. Today's 30-year Free Closer rate is 5.875% rate and APR. That makes refinancing simple. The only question is whether it lowers your payment without increasing your balance. And if rates drop again, you can do it again and save even more. Today's 30-year Free Closer rate is 5.875% rate and APR. If your mortgage rate is over 6%, it's a total no-brainer. Why pay to close a loan when you can exchange it for free at theloanexchange.com? NMLS 1637539. Loan subject to credit approval. See website for licensing information, loan terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. That's theloanexchange.com. Theloanexchange.com to exchange higher payments for lower ones.
Hey, it's Ireland. Count on Jacob after a truck wreck. Count on Jacob after a slip and fall. Count on Jacob after a pedestrian crash. Count on Jacob, 800-345-6789.
Call Jacob. It's about time delivery worked on your schedule. Same day, next day, or scheduled in advance. However you plan it, the Home Depot delivers the whole job. From drywall to doors, plumbing to paint, we'll get it there when you need it. Because on the job site, timing is everything. You order, we deliver. It's that easy. The Home Depot Pro. It's about time.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it Fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
ONT Field in Ontario for the Tower Buzzers opening day. We're broadcasting live because you know ESPN LA loves the IE. And tonight, Lakers Thunder coverage begins at 5 o'clock. Hear it all on ESPN LA. And if you need a place to watch the game, press the flesh with Beto Duran live at Tom's Watch Party here in downtown LA, presented by Michelob Ultra. Beto's going to be broadcasting the pregame show live. Press the flesh with him right now. Press the flesh more with Mason and Ireland your Thursday on ESPN LA.
Marvin Gaye's birthday. Marvin Gaye's birthday. Boy, I remember where I was when I heard the terrible tragedy of Marvin Gaye.
Yeah, killed by his father.
Oh, killed by his father. I was on the air that night on doing FM radio and immediately put this song on. This was the one song that we put on in honor of him, along with What's Going On, which is one of the greatest records ever made. What's Going On is one of the greatest records ever made. Incredible. All right, Laker
so
fan.
One time,
ahead,
Jane Fonda was doing an interview.
Yes.
And, you know, as she's gotten older, Jane has become very candid.
Yes.
And the person doing the interview said, you were famous from the time you were born. You know, she was Henry Fonda's daughter, Peter Fonda's sister. And he said, is there ever a celebrity you could have slept with but didn't and you regretted it? Mm-hmm. And without missing a beat, she goes, Marvin Gaye.
Really?
Made a run at me at a party. I was married to Tom Hayden at the time. Didn't think it would be the right thing to do. Later, I got divorced from Tom, and he passed away, and I missed the window.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Good for her, I'm being honest.
Good for her. Hey, Laker fans, the Lakers ESPN LA 710 and Michelob Ultra teaming up for an epic watch party tonight. Tom's Watch Bar here downtown Los Angeles. Come early, catch the live pregame show with ESPN LA 710 starting at 5 and stick around as the game tips off at 6:30. There will be giveaways and photo ops and pictures with the championship trophy, all kinds of stuff. So make sure you're at Tom's Watch Bar here downtown. 5 o'clock pre, 6:30 tip-off with ESPN LA. All right, so, John, they did an April Fool's joke last night at the Washington Wizards. Did you hear about this?
I'm not sure. I may have heard something, but explain it to me.
So they, again, yesterday was April Fool's Day, and so everybody's got to do something stupid. They created a skit. They call it a skit. They took a fan, they blindfolded him, and they had him take a half-court shot. Missed terribly. But the mascots all rushed the fans to celebrate him and got the crowd going, and he thought he made the shot, and they hand him this gigantic, oversized $10,000 check, and then they show on the video board exactly how bad he was on the shot. Now, it's all come out today that apparently this fan was planted, knew what was going on. It was no secret, and the Washington Wizards have apologized.
This is what the Wizards said on their post. They said, we apologize for last night's April Fool's joke that left many wondering if we had misled a fan. The skit involves our mascot and other members of our performance team, was scripted and intended to celebrate the day. All participants were in on the joke, but we missed the mark. Our fans are our priority, and we continue to be committed to providing a positive experience to all who attend our games. Because before they released this, it wasn't thought of as a skit.
No.
It was thought of as you're
real.
ripping off a fan of your 17-win Wizards, and you're making him believe that he won $10,000 when he didn't. Yeah, they never actually gave him the card. It's just like, oh, yeah, you got it. And then he realizes that he didn't get it. So people were up in arms at the Wizards. How dare you do this to your fans? And then so bad that they had to apologize for it.
They had to apologize for it.
This is why April Fool's sucks.
Yeah, M is not an April Fool. By the way, all the April Fool's jokes, I didn't hear any good ones yesterday. Did you?
No, somebody sent me a good old one that when Mike Breen was young, a young Knicks announcer, and he was doing the games with Walt Frazier, and Walt Frazier was in his 40s. Walt Frazier announced he was making a comeback with the Knicks. And they interviewed Walt, they interviewed Breen, they interviewed Scott Brooks, who at the time was the Knicks point guard, and he was like, I don't like this. It's an old guy. I can beat him out. I don't understand why they're doing this. And it was all an April Fool's joke. I always try and get through April 1st with not reading a lot of news because you never know what you can.
You never know what's real. You never know what's real. People send just random, like Julian Edelman signed with the Patriots. The Dan Gilbert introduced the brand new Cleveland WNBA team as the Ohio Wolverines in Michigan colors. Let me see what else. There's a new Browns helmet.
Did you see what Sua did?
No.
Sua said, I can't believe I'm doing this, but I've decided to go back to school, and I'm going to UCLA, and he put on Bruin colors, and it made it appear like he was switching his allegiance from SC to UCLA, but it was all a joke.
Right. Columbus Sports Radio hosts, they showed up, and they had an amicable parting on the air, which was totally fake. I've done over the years, we've done the switch time slots, like we've changed our lineup thing. The Utah State football field, they showed they're going to do it in cow print next year, and they've got a cow print football field that's taking a page out of Oregon. Those are just some of them. Julian Edelman's coming out of I get it. All right, I'm glad it's over. Thank God it's April 2nd. Thank God it's April 2nd. All right, so last night, John, it's kind of like Halley's Comet. This hardly ever happens. A pitcher threw a complete game, especially early in the year. Sandy Alcantara of the Miami Marlins.
Well, he normally goes deep into games. That guy's a stud.
He threw a complete game shutout last night, and by the way, it was in Miami, and there was nobody there. The crowd was non-existent, as it tends to be in Miami. And listen to this conversation he had with the field reporter.
In your 13th career complete game, what makes this one a little different?
A lot of different, so it's been a long time without throwing a complete game, but this one is special for me. All my family here. Fans is not here, but we still love them, because we know this is a hard sport, and they know what sometimes they gotta do something. They work the house, but yeah, today was great for me.
Fans not here, but we love them.
And if you watch the video, it's like there's 20 fans there.
There's nobody. It's so sad. I mean, he just threw a gem.
I mean, it's a reason why then people want to play for the Dodgers. You can be Sandy Alcantara, and you can on a random.
By the way, Mace, Marlins won't charge you $42 to go early. Become a Marlins fan. You can afford that in a heartbeat.
They won't charge you $42 for your ticket.
It could be a random Wednesday night, and you can be Sandy Alcantara, and you can throw a complete game, and there are going to be fans that are there the entire game that will bask in that glow.
Yes.
So that's one of the positive things that the Dodgers have.
Yeah. By the way, it's National Reconciliation Day, John, and you know what occurred to me? Do you have anybody you want to reconcile with? Do you have any enemies right now? I've only got one.
I probably do and don't know it.
You don't know it.
Right.
I've only got one enemy. Yeah. Steve Hartman.
Do you want to on net? Okay, so do you want to make up with Hartman on National Reconciliation Day?
I was kind of thinking of it. What do you think?
I've never believed that feud is real.
Should I bury this hatchet?
I think it's entertaining if you don't.
You think it's better if I don't? Just leave it out there, hanging out there? It wouldn't be good to have him on and say, all right, Steve, we're friends. Pretend we're friends. And
well, if we do, you and I can go down to the break room and get something to drink. Cause...
Right. Well, plus, he doesn't even need a microphone. You can hear him from anywhere. He's so friggin' loud.
I think, speaking of reconciliation and, ask about enemies, I saw a TikTok that I thought was an interesting way to get to know somebody. It's like, the TikTok was basically like, don't ask people how they are. Ask them, if you want to get to know who they really are, who is the enemy in their life story? Who is the villain of their story?
Oh, that's interesting.
And I do think that it is a very interesting way to get to know people because everybody has one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I have one.
You don't have a
John,
villain?
if you think about it real hard, I'm sure you have a villain in your
life.
life.
By the way,
in
your
your
head,
head,
people that I don't like, but I wouldn't call them a villain.
Who's the villain? Everybody's got a villain in their story. Who's the villain in your story?
I disagree with
mine's
your
Steve Hartman. I totally.
Yeah, I don't have any. I try not to hate on people because it just consumes. there's a lot of hate in the world now.
Right.
Are you a villain in someone else's story, John?
Oh, that's a good story.
A girl's heart you broke?
Other way around.
Hey, maybe there's a villain there.
There you go.
No, that's a great question. If I had to have a villain in my story, there are people that I tend to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I try to be supportive of anyone I know until they give me a reason not to.
Right.
That's why I went off the rails with Dave Miller, because Dave Miller was texting you and texting Michael, just ripping me.
Dave Miller. Yeah, I forgot about Dave. I haven't heard from Dave in a while.
So I lit him up on the air one day, and then we made up.
You made up. It was a beautiful thing. I mean, the reunion I thought was special. I know there were pictures of it that bounced around the internet.
If you don't give me a reason not to like you, I give you the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I mean, the truth is, I always remember what Denny Crum once said, forgiveness makes you whole. That's a really thoughtful thing, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it's
a nice
true.
idea. I don't think it's true.
I think there are things that I will never let go of, and I think that's kind of healthy.
Yeah,
to have a couple things that I will not be, like, I'm not going to be faced with this person anytime soon.
Yes.
But, they know who they are, and, they're on the list.
Yeah. Brian, you get
on the list.
You got
my
enemies,
list,
right?
My list is very short.
More like John here. Maybe if I really thought about it, but off the top of my head, nah.
Emily's got the longest list of enemies of anybody.
Yes, I am like Arya Stark. Yeah, and it's a lot of one-sided beef, I believe. There are some that are two-sided.
I actually think that holding grudges for some people is a good thing. Like, Mace, Beetle holds grudges big time.
Yeah.
You used to hold grudges.
I did. I was really big grudge holder.
But I think that it actually, if a good way to deal with people that hate you, hate them back and move on.
So I'll tell you a story about grudge holding. My dad was the biggest grudge holder I ever knew. And it was late in his life. He passed away in 2016, maybe 2014, 2013. We got together and we were hanging out at a rental house in Palm Springs. And my dad started talking about Stan Lavelle, which is a guy we knew back in Ohio literally 45 years ago. Okay? Stan, this is actually a good golf etiquette question, too. Stan didn't want to pay for a golf cart. My dad did. So, and it was $15. The cart rental was $15.
And it ruined the friendship?
It ruined the friendship. My dad paid the $15. Stan Lavelle rode along in the cart and wouldn't pay $7.50. And my dad, 45 years later, is still complaining about Stan Lavelle.
I mean, look at The Last Dance. That is all grudge holding. That is Michael Jordan holding a grudge. That's Scottie Pippen holding a grudge. That's Isaiah Thomas holding a grudge. They all are holding grudges, and it seemed to motivates
That's a great
athletes.
Example.
Yeah, grudges can be motivating factors. Yeah, that's really smart. Yeah. All right, coming up next for you, Wemby talked about the Spurs and their lack of experience, and I think I like him even more. We'll do that coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, the Lakers and Toyota are celebrating 50 years of their legendary partnership. As part of that, every Toyota right now is on sale. The cars, the trucks, the SUVs, even the EVs are on sale right now. And Toyota's perfect timing sales event is your moment to get into a new Toyota with great offers that go even further. How about the all-hybrid Camry? Delivers great MPG with smooth, responsive performance. Or go to the all-electric with the Toyota BZ, built with advanced technology and an impressive driving range to keep moving you forward. And you don't even have to take it from me. Just Google, what cars last the longest? Toyota has 7 of the top 10 and all 5 of the top 5. That's the reliability you can count on. With Toyota Care, you'll get no-cost maintenance for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. That includes everything, oil changes, tire rotations, even 24/7 roadside assistance. It's all part of 50 years of teamwork, innovation, and going places together. The Lakers and Toyota. Toyota, we make it easy. Let's go places.
It's time to BB Go for it.
Every game day, you can play and win fabulous prizes from BBGO.
And qualify for the grand prize, a trip to basketball's biggest stage.
Thank you.
Here we go.
Now, time to BB go for it. It's your cue to call. Caller number 7 right now, 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-ESPN. Caller number 7 gets to tell us which team tonight will hit the first three-pointer. BB go for it. That's right. It's a Lakers game day. Tell us again which team will hit the first three-pointer, and you can win.
From BBGO and ESPN LA.
BB go for it. We'll find out who's playing BB go for it coming up next on ESPN LA.
We got your chance to win.
Oh, Lakers fans, are we ready for another party? Oh, party. Tonight is the night. The Lakers, ESPN LA, and Michelob Ultra are teaming up for an epic watch party at Tom's Watch Bar in downtown LA tonight. Come early to catch the live pregame show with Beto Duran starting at 5 p.m. Then stick around as the game tips off at 6:30. Watch Lakers Thunder with us. Tons of giveaways, photo opportunities with the championship trophy, and more. Tonight, Tom's Watch Bar, downtown LA. Beto, Michelob Ultra, Lakers, and you.
Evan Cohen here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast, others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes just like the best birthday cake ever. Vanilla, buttery, frosting vibes. It's basically a party in a bottle. Confetti Craze makes it easy to turn any day into a party with its delicious birthday cake flavor and big birthday energy. And here's the best part. All cake, no sugar. I bring these tiny bottles everywhere to cakeify my day with tasty caffeine boosts. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
Hey, it's Mace here for Cosm. And March Madness isn't meant to be watched. It's meant to be experienced. At Cosm, you're not just watching, you're in the game, wall to wall, LED, every dunk, every buzzer beater. You can lock into the tournament mode inside the dome. You will feel like you are courtside. Set it up with VIP all-inclusive food and drinks, and yeah, they'll deliver it straight to your seat. Or rally the crew in the hall with every game on all at once. March Madness lives at Cosm. Be there.
Smalls here. Look, I get it. GLP-1 weight loss shots are popular. They're everywhere. But not everyone is thrilled about weekly injections. So what if your GLP-1 was as easy to take as a mint? That's why I want you to know about compounded terzepatide. It's a mint-flavored tablet you simply let dissolve under your tongue. No needles. It's designed to help curb appetite and reduce cravings, even sweets and carbs, which are my personal enemies. And when hunger's under control, it's easier to eat less. Stay away from the junk foods that trip you up and tackle your weight loss goals head on. And this is important. The compounded terzepatide is recommended by the medical board of the wellness companies, the doctors I trust. Look, if you're serious about getting your weight under control and weekly shots aren't your thing, I strongly encourage you to look into terzepatide. Getting started is fast with an easy online physician consultation. Imagine discovering a no-needle option that fits your needs. Go to noneedles.com/smalls. Promo code SMALLS to save $50. That's noneedles.com/smalls. Promo code SMALLS to save $50.
Prescription required. Always consult your doctor to determine if this product is right for you.
It's time to BB go for it.
Every game day, you can play and win fabulous prizes from BBGO.
And qualify for the grand prize, a trip to basketball's biggest stage.
It's time on Mason and Ireland right now on ESPN LA to BB go for it. We've got caller number 7. Let's find out who it is.
All right, Vincent Morones from Azusa, congratulations just for playing BB Go for it today. You win a $50 BBGO certificate. Now your chance to make it $100 and qualify for the grand prize, a trip to basketball's biggest stage. Give us your prediction for tonight's game. Which team is going to score the first three-pointer, Lakers or Thunder?
What's up, Mace? I got the Lakers doing it. Lakers are going to do it.
Nice.
BB, go for it. Listen to tonight's game on ESPN LA, and let's see if you're right for your chance to win even more BBGO product and qualify for the grand prize to see basketball's biggest game in person. BB, go for it. From Mason and Ireland, ESPN LA, and our friends at BBGO.
BB, go for it.
BB Go For It, brought to you by BB Go, bold Korean flavor that's comforting and easy to share. Bowls, dumplings, fried rice. BB Go For It. and bring something different to the table.
You know, the weirdest thing happened, John.
What's that?
I did not realize that he was in my phone, but Steve Hartman just called me directly during that break.
Is this an April Fool's joke?
No, it's April the 2nd. And no, he actually did.
Did you answer it?
I did answer it, and needless to say,
how did that conversation go?
There was a lot of talking. None of it mine, all him, just talking and talking and talking. So maybe there is a chance for reconciliation here. I'm not sure. Maybe I got his number. We'll call him next hour. You want to try it?
Sure.
Okay, we'll try it. We'll try it next hour.
I mean, I don't know. We only have so. I mean, is that enough time to
get him in here?
Talk?
Yeah, exactly. We've only got an hour. All right. So, did you see what Wemby said last night?
I'm not sure. I watched him. He's unbelievable. Scored 41 points again.
So after the game, he was on with SVP, and SVP brought up the issue that we all bring up, which is that the Spurs have a lack of experience going into the postseason. Listen to Wemby.
Yeah, we don't have experience, right? Screw it. I mean, that's all we got. We're not going to play any different ways because it is this way. I mean, we're still going to play 100% and go to try to win this championship. Screw it.
Screw it.
He's right.
Yeah.
I mean, they said that about Oklahoma City last year, that they didn't have any experience.
Yeah.
And they won, though. I think the Spurs could win it all this year, don't you?
I absolutely do. I mean, the way they're playing right now,
I think there's only 5 teams. I think there's only 5 teams that can win it.
You doing championship pie? You're down to 5 teams.
5.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay. OKC, defending champs.
Agreed.
San Antonio, right on their heels.
Agreed.
Lakers, most improved team in the league.
Okay.
You don't think the Lakers can win it?
I said okay. I think they're. Well, I think they're. I'll know better after tonight.
All right, Detroit, who I think is really good defensively,
and hopefully
the
Cade
team
Cunningham comes back, right?
Yeah, and the team I think is coming out of the East, and that's Boston.
Yeah, Boston.
But that's it. I don't think the Knicks can do it. I don't think the Cavs can do it. I don't think the one team that is hovering for a 6th spot is Denver.
Yeah.
I think Denver's kind of figuring it out at the right
time.
They're
playing really
well. But right now my list is at 5. Would you be at 5 or more than 5? Or less?
I would be at no, I think you're about right. I don't put Denver in that category, but I think you're about right. And I think the Lakers, it may be a reach. We'll know better after tonight. As far as the Celtics go.
That's why I'm so excited about tonight and Tuesday.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's going to be incredible. Tonight is an interesting measuring stick game where the Lakers have been hot. Luka's been out of his mind. The team is rolling. Defense has improved, all that stuff. No Marcus Smart, unfortunately. But where are we really in the world of the contenders from the Western Conference? What happens if we win this game? All bets are off. If we lose this game and it's competitive, I still think we're totally in it. If they get blown out, it's another story.
Yeah, if they get blown out, that's a big step backwards after they had that unbelievable month of March.
Yes.
By the way, I checked the OKC injury report. They have everybody except Alex Caruso is questionable. And I can they say he's sick. He's got an illness. I can almost guarantee you Caruso's going to play because he's been mad at the Lakers ever since they let him go. He was part of the 2020 Laker championship team. And they didn't re-sign him, and he ended up going to Chicago, and then Chicago traded him here, and he won another ring last year.
Yeah.
He's not missing a chance to play against the Lakers. So I think they're going to be at full strength. We're going to be missing Marcus Smart, and let's roll the ball out and see. I mentioned it earlier. Thunder have won 14 of 15. Lakers have won 13 of 14.
Yep.
You don't get a regular season game like this too often. So I'm with you. I'm just hoping it's competitive. And, if the Lakers can keep it close, they're the best clutch team in the league.
Yes, they are.
They're 22-7 in games that come down to the last 5 minutes where the score is within 5 points. So that's the goal if you're the Lakers. Keep the game close, get it to the final 5 minutes, and then maybe you can knock them out.
I want to hit you with something that Ian Eagle said about the NCAA tournament and see if you agree with it.
Love Ian Eagle.
Yeah, fantastic. He says, when we figured out that the transfer portal would basically be free agency. I didn't know if the tournament would lose a little bit of its luster because people weren't seeing teams develop. They weren't seeing a group really grow together out of blue blood. And my instinct was this might be rough. It's been the opposite. It's proven to me that people love rooting for their school, and they love rooting for the name in the front of the jersey. And the name on the back of the jersey is important, but in terms of priority, their love, their squad, the names may change, but their love of their school program will always be there for them. I got to tell you, I think that is the hokiest. I could not disagree with Ian Eagle more.
What, in what way?
Well, the tournament is diminished by the fact that players, mid-majors, can't be competitive because guys transfer from mid-majors when they're really good to blue blood programs, and they reap the benefit of it. We don't have Cinderellas anymore. I don't know that anybody roots for laundry. I think that the NCAA tournament has been badly damaged by the fact that there is essentially free agency in college basketball.
Yeah, that's interesting because the ratings have never been higher.
Correct.
The ratings are through the roof this year, so a lot of people are watching. I think the games have been incredibly competitive. I thought that UConn-Duke game is as good of an ending as you're ever going to see.
Yep.
I'll just say this to Ian's point. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
I have a Friday night off. I've got some people there. And I told him I'm busy because I want to watch the UCLA women play Texas.
Yeah.
And 5 years ago, I wouldn't have done that. I didn't care about women's basketball 5 years ago. But Corey Close has done such a good job, and UCLA's team is so fun to watch that I don't know any of those girls personally.
Right.
But I'm watching.
Sure.
And I'm going to be into it. So I think some of what he's talking about still exists.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm completely out of the main on this because the ratings are the highest in 30 years for the NCAA tournament, and I've watched really bits and pieces, and then one game, the UConn-Duke game, when nothing else was on. I watched it on Sunday. For some reason, it's hard for me to get pumped up because I don't know the players like I used to. I didn't see a returning play. You know, Christian Laettner came back year after year after year. Those are the guys that you sort of rooted for and rooted against. And now I guess his point is the players don't really matter. You're just rooting for the school.
Yeah, maybe. Although some of the, that I didn't know that kid from UConn could make a 45-footer no problem.
No.
And now I'm into it. I really liked UCLA's team this year. I thought when Tyler Bilodeau went down, their best player, I think it kind of knocked him out.
Sure.
But your point's a good one. I don't know. I probably couldn't name 20 college basketball players this year.
I bet you the average person can't even name the guy that made the shot for UConn on Sunday.
Yeah. It's a different game now.
Look, Brian's shaking
By
his
the way,
head.
you know
No,
where it's
forgot.
helped, though?
What?
You know where it's helped?
Where?
In football. I think if you don't have the transfer portal and you don't have NIL, there is no Indiana.
Right.
I think the only thing that allowed Indiana to rise from the ashes, being like one of the worst teams, to going undefeated and beating Ohio State and beating Michigan and, beating everyone. They didn't lose a game.
Did not lose.
That the portal and NIL made that possible.
Right.
So does it need to be tweaked? Absolutely. It's the Wild West. There are no rules. There needs to be a cap on some of this stuff, or else just the richest schools are going to rise to the top every year. But once they figure it out, I think it can still be saved. The thing I miss the most is the Pac-12. I wish they wouldn't have blown up the Pac-12.
Yeah, it is weird.
I miss it.
Although,
by the way, can I give it,
John, let me just say real quick, part of the Pac-12 going away is the fact that, like, for example, Ohio State plays at the Coliseum next year on Halloween this season, which is really, really cool. I cannot believe Ohio State's going to be at the Coliseum. So there is an upside to it, but as we've talked about with Olympic sports, it really doesn't make any sense.
All right, can I take 1 minute and give an unsolicited plug to some guys?
Yeah.
Because we're talking about UCLA.
Sure.
UCLA has a thing called the Quarterbacks Club. So all the guys that used to play quarterback at UCLA, whether it be Troy Aikman or Tom Ramsey or Cade McNown, they get together and throw a big event to raise money for the Mattel Children's Hospital. I know a lot of people there because UCLA Health is the Lakers' primary sponsor when it comes to medical stuff. They've been great with Jack, my son. So they're having an event on Saturday, April 18th for the Quarterback Club. It's a dinner, and all the proceeds go to raise money for the Mattel Children's Hospital. So if you want to check it out, go to giving.ucla.edu. and then / UCLA Quarterback Club 2026 if you want more info. That's it. I just want people to know that it's out there.
Very nice.
If you're a UCLA football fan, you want to meet one of the old quarterbacks, most of them all show up. Just go to that site, ucla.edu, UCLA Quarterback Club 2026. All right, that's it.
I wanted to mention one other thing, sort of in this spirit. Thank you to everybody. I put the word out a couple of weeks ago that I was working with New Image Shelter down in Long Beach.
How'd it go?
Their Easter basket distribution is today, and we ended up, I think, with 600 Easter baskets for kids from underserved and, in some cases, unhoused families. So thank you very much to everybody that gave money, including you, John Ireland. Thank you for that.
I'm very happy to support a great cause.
You're listening to KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Fast Track next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Don't miss the countdown to kickoff. Presented by BMO, official bank of LAFC.
On the next countdown to kickoff presented by BMO, I go one-on-one with LAFC midfielder Mark Delgado to break down the hot start for the black and gold. We'll look ahead to LAFC versus Orlando City, plus reaction to the biggest matches from the recent international window, including the U.S. men's national team, Mexico, and more. Join me Saturday at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
BMO presents Countdown to Kickoff, hosted by Mario Ruiz on ESPN LA.
Hey everybody, it's Cap. Is it time to sell your home? Whether you're downsizing, moving, or inheriting a property, call Seller's Advantage. With decades of experience, they offer custom cash solutions and can close in days. No repairs, no hassle, just a great offer that gives you peace of mind. Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com. Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Providence Realty, DRE number 019-15-21-2.
Feel the vibe, the speed, the adrenaline. The Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach roars back April 17th through 19th, and it's more than a race. It's a pulsating 200-mile-per-hour beach party. Experience the Long Beach vibe with live music, interactive games, and a family fun zone for all ages. And on the track, non-stop action. 6 races featuring the sleek NTT Indy cars, IMSA sports cars, Robbie Gordon's flying trucks, drifting, and more. Saturday night, rock out with Kings of Chaos, featuring 311's Nick Hexum, Ed Kowalczyk from Live, and Aloe Black. Plus, a Friday night concert presented by Acura. Bring the whole family. Kids 12 and under get in free with a ticketed adult. 3 days, world-class racing, live entertainment, unmatched energy. Get your tickets now at gplb.com. The Acura Grand Prix, April 17th through 19th. The Long Beach vibe is back.
Hey, it's Chris Morales. When it comes to cancer, early detection saves lives. Our friends at Providence remind you that many cancers start with no symptoms, but catching them early can lead to more treatment options and better outcomes. Providence brings together the best minds in cancer care, keeping you in the game with trusted, compassionate support. Take control of your health. Learn more at providence.org/cancer. Providence.org/cancer. Providence, caring with compassion in Southern California.
The home of Rams football, and now the home of The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
And it is 2 p.m. in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland.
And it is time for Fast Track.
Fast Track. The return of Fast Track, driven by our friends at Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
Down low is 350 cube, 3.25 horsepower, 4-speed, 410 gears, 10 coats of competition orange, hand rubbed lacquer with a blue plane manifold, open race cams.
Fast Track on Mason and Ireland.
Time for Fast Track. Take it away, Mace.
Zoom, man.
Today, 40 years ago, the NCAA Basketball Rules Committee voted to adopt the three-point shot beginning the 1986-7 season. So it set the college distance at 19 feet, 9 inches compared to the 21 feet in the NBA. So I know that the three-point shot has changed basketball completely. I know Michael talks about it when he talks about, the evolution of basketball. But here's my proposal to revolutionize the sport we all love. And I know that I believe the USFL is using this, but field goals over 55 yards away, 4 points. What do you think about that?
I think you got to make it over 60 because too many kickers can hit that number fairly consistently.
Okay, so
I'd be okay with anything over 60.
Anything over 60 counts for 4. Boy, Brandon Aubrey just became that much more valuable, didn't he?
Right. I mean, Steph Curry became just that much more valuable when you have a 3-point and you master that.
Well, we were all having dinner here last night, and Michael asked a really interesting question. If you were starting a team right now of, you're drafting and you have the first pick, and you're going to have this team for the next 10 years.
Right.
Would you rather have Steph Curry or Shaq? Assume they're both in their prime.
Both in their prime. And it's for today.
But they're in their prime for the next 10 years. So you have the most dominant big man in the game, or you have the most dominant shooter in the game.
I just love Shaq. I would probably go Shaq.
I think I would too, but it's close.
Yeah.
It's close.
I'd
and
probably
to
go
Emily's
Shaq
point,
too, because I'm sorry, there's a lot of the recent MVPs have been big men, and I think it's more valuable or more rare to find a great big man than it is to find a guy that can make a lot of threes.
Brian, what about you?
Believe it or not, if I'd have to look this up for sure, but I think Shaq only won 1 MVP and Steph won 2.
To that point, I think I'd go Steph.
You'd go
unanimous
Steph.
MVP, yeah, just lights out.
All I remember, John, is when during the pandemic when we played NBA 2K,
you had Shaq and you killed
I
everybody.
drafted Shaq, and he scored every single time.
He's a
Like he
cheat
was
code in that game.
absolutely unstoppable. Didn't matter who anybody else had. Shaq was going to win.
Yeah, you destroyed everybody.
Yep.
I had like Elgin, Baylor, Kareem, Magic. Didn't matter. Shaq just dominated.
Exactly. Hey, by the way, we're back at Legends Attic in Claremont tomorrow from 3 to 6. DeMarco and Travis will be there. Meet MLB legends Darryl Strawberry and Eric Davis. Giveaway, special guests, incredible art by Dave Hobrecht. Grab your tickets now at legendsattic.com and join us at the ultimate sports fan destination. BC?
Fastrack. Speaking of legends, possibly another one here in the works. So MLB and the Pirates announced today that Connor Griffin, their number one prospect and Baseball America's number one prospect.
19 years old.
19 years old. So just a little numbers on that. First 19-year-old since Juan Soto, 2018 to be playing. And then even before that was Bryce Harper in 2010.
Yep.
The first 19-year-old or teenager is what they said to be first week of the season since Adrian Beltre in 1999 and then Andrew Jones 1997. All those names, Hall of Fame guys.
Yep.
I mean, 2 of them already in, the other 2 will be in. What do you think about just being 19 years old and it's all lights on you? You are the star. Go.
Yeah. By the way, the Pirates have done something really smart. They've signed him already to a long-term deal before he ever even made his major league debut. Very, very smart.
That is smart.
And, I'll tell you what, in my fantasy baseball league, I got $20 in free agent money that I'm going to spend on Connor Griffin because I think he's going to be a beast for the Pirates. John, do you realize Joe Nuxall pitched a Major League Baseball game when he was 15 years old? Wow. Can you imagine that? 15 years old pitching, 19 years old and playing shortstop.
He did the same thing that Bryce Harper did, too, where he reclassified and graduated high school early so he can kind of get that pro career, kick-started.
Yep. Who was the pitcher down in Texas, John, who pitched when he was
David Clyde.
David Clyde. Didn't they kind of ruin his career? He pitched for the Rangers.
I was just looking it up. He made his debut when he was 18 years and 66 days old. But, yeah, they probably brought him up too early and burned him out.
Yeah, they did.
But all those guys Brian mentioned went on to have great careers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It'll be fun to watch him. Pirates are actually doing some interesting stuff now. Bubba Chandler looks like he could be a good number 2 starter to Paul Skeens. Like, they're playing around the edges. They're not as bad as we think of the Pirates being, at least not as of this moment.
Oh, John, we found that the Michael Thompson read.
That's right. We did find it.
Yeah. Did you bleep it, Brian?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, mates, this is what made me fall out of my chair at crypto the other night. where we break down the biggest questions of tonight's game. All right, Michael, yes or no? Luka Doncic will outscore the Warriors bench tonight by himself to help the Lakers get the win.
Yeah. That works. Leave it in. Leave it in.
Oh, my God.
That is so rare that you hear Michael Thompson drop an F-bomb.
Yep, only the second time I've ever heard him cuss. The first time was when one of his kids hooked up with an influencer.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's always bad news. That's never, no good comes from that.
Yeah, it was very funny.
Do you ever, no, I can't believe I'm asking this question.
Oh, who cares?
Do you ever take naps? I know you can't sleep at night. Do you ever take a nap in the afternoon?
Yeah, like right in the middle of the show. When you're not
Right.
you're not compelling, I just fall asleep.
Yeah, 2 o'clock hour. I know.
Yeah.
I know, the 2 o'clock hour. But I mean, beyond the 2
I'm pretty
o'clock
wired
hour.
today.
Yeah, you are wired. John Bernthal, who's a great actor. He's from The Bear. John, you've seen him and stuff.
Yeah.
He's on.
Everybody's seen him. If you don't know who he is, look up a picture of him. You know exactly who this is.
He's on Broadway right now in what is apparently a badly reviewed stage version of
Dog Day
Afternoon with Eben Moss.
Too bad. I like Dog.
I know.
I like that movie.
I wanted to see that too. So John Bernthal says naps aren't for him. Naps aren't for anybody. Listen to John Bernthal.
Dude, this motherfucker takes naps. I don't trust people to take naps, dude. I just found that out. He doesn't take naps, dude. He's a grown-ass man. No, you don't dude, yeah, it's like, dude, like, the whole world's moving while you're napping, bro. It's fucking terrible. I can't with a nap. I can't with that.
He's very worked up over it. He sounds like he's had way too much coffee, and there's no possible way he could take a nap.
If I could, I'm going to Italy this summer.
Right.
And they have this thing they call siesta where the whole city shuts down from 1 to 4 and everybody takes naps.
Yep.
It's the greatest thing ever. It really is. I mean, I get maced. When I go over there, I'll go to lunch, I'll get some linguine and clams, I'll drink some wine, and I'll come back and actually get under the covers and sleep for a couple hours, and then I'll stay out all night. It's great.
Yeah. The thing about Europe is they don't work very hard. Like Europeans,
exactly.
They take all August off or whatever.
They take from the 4th of July to the end of.
Let's do Mace, let's do that. Let's take August off.
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Wait a minute, Em. You're taking most of June off, aren't you?
I'm taking 10 days.
You
in
are
June.
more than entitled to, Em. I'm not going to.
I don't have
good
the
for
PTO,
you,
guys.
Em's here cranking away every single day. But I do. It is funny that in Europe, do they call that the season? Basically, when the Tour de France ends, everybody goes on vacation. Everybody.
Love it.
Yeah, it's a great rule to follow.
I disagree with John Bernthal. I think naps, if I could, I would do it, but I just don't have any time.
I think a bad nap can mess up your day. A bad nap can ruin everything because there's a nap can be so good.
Yeah.
What's an example of a bad nap?
As in, it goes too long.
Oh, goes too long. Right. If you get too nappy. Right? If you get too heavy into a nap, it might screw up the rest of your day. That's your point, right?
Yeah. I think his point of the rest of the world is going while you're napping, bro. I think there are points though where you shouldn't be napping at work.
Yep.
You shouldn't be napping when you're needed.
You shouldn't be napping in the 2 o'clock hour.
But I will say, I've heard this from many a man, is that the Sunday Masters midday nap is the best nap that you can have.
Is a great nap. Man, my dad, my grandfather, they could sleep through any tournament. It was amazing.
Stu Lance, and shout out to Stu. He's not on this trip. Derek Fisher's filling in for him tonight because Stu's still under the weather, so get well soon, Stu.
Yeah.
Stu has the ability to sleep. He can go to bed at midnight and wake up the next day at noon.
Good for him.
I would kill to have that ability.
Yeah, good for him. I get a good 10 hours a night. Less than 10, and I don't function well. More than 10, I don't function well.
Last night I took a sleep bomb. I had so many sleeping aids, and I still only slept.
So, okay, go through the sleep bomb. So, sleep gummy, 20 milligrams.
20 milligrams sleep gummy, 2 Advil PMs, 1 Unisom, and an Ambien.
Oh, my God.
And by the way,
I think I would sleep for 3 days.
That's what I would love to do. But last night I was watching Wemby.
Yeah.
I took all that stuff at halftime, figuring I'd be out by the end of the third quarter, and I wasn't even close. I ended up watching. Hey Emily, I'm getting close to catching up to industry.
Hey.
I'm now I'm now through the first 2 seasons. I just got to get through the 3rd season, and the 4th season's going on right now.
Well,
fourth season just ended. Yeah, but
okay, so I get 2 seasons down, 2 to go.
I believe.
And you have Euphoria coming up, John. Your girl Sydney Sweeney is going to come back.
I've never gotten into Euphoria.
I've never gotten into Euphoria either.
It's actually a really great show.
I feel like it's not.
But you know what I really liked when it came out, and I guess it's coming out for season 2 tomorrow. Is on Apple, Your Friends and Neighbors with John Hamm and Amanda Peet.
Yeah, that's a great show.
Season 2 comes out tomorrow.
Yeah, that's good. John Hamm is terrific in that. All right, coming up next for you, more Fast Track and, all right, maybe a reconciliation. We will see. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Blue Ice Vodka is the largest American potato vodka in the world, and it's rated double gold. It's also one of the lowest calorie vodkas on the market, gluten-free, non-GMO, and crafted to elevate every sip. Their potato vodka is just 64 calories per ounce. American-made, farm-to-bottle from Idaho potatoes. Blue Ice, committed to sustainable, eco-friendly production. Choose from their classic potato vodka, huckleberry, or double espresso. I've tried them all. They're all great. Everybody I tell to try it gets back to me and says, love it. When Blue Ice says vodka with standards, they mean it. No additives, no artificial flavors, no hidden sugars, just clean, premium vodka. Blue Ice Vodka. Vodka with standards. You can pick it up at a Ralph's or your local grocery store. Available in most bars and restaurants. Blue Ice Vodka. Clean, American-made. Vodka with standards.
Oh, Lakers fans, are we ready for another party? Oh, party. Tonight is the night. The Lakers, ESPN LA, and Michelob Ultra are teaming up for an epic watch party at Tom's Watch Bar in downtown LA tonight. Come early to catch the live pregame show with Beto Duran starting at 5 p.m. Then stick around as the game tips off at 6:30. Watch Lakers Thunder with us. Tons of giveaways, photo opportunities with the championship trophy, and more. Tonight, Tom's Watch Bar, downtown LA. Beto, Michelob Ultra, Lakers, and you. It is Fast Track on Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles, driven by Cerritos Auto Square.
And it is time for Fast Track.
Fast Track.
Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
More Fast Track next.
Hey guys, it's Lindsay, and as someone who doesn't have time to overthink shopping, I love how simple my VisionWorks store in Santa Ana made it for me. The frames are organized by shape and price, and there was a great variety of frames to choose from. No matter what style you're looking for, VisionWorks has it. Scheduling my eye exam, though, that was easy with evening and weekend appointments at all locations. And here's the best part. The friendly and knowledgeable VisionWorks teammates are insurance experts, and they'll help you maximize your options whether you have insurance or not. If you want or need glasses without the hassle, VisionWorks makes it simple.
When it's game time, there's no room for hesitation, and you better believe GM John Good will make you a great deal at George Chevrolet. Whether you're rolling in a power-packed Silverado, loading up the family in a spacious Chevy Traverse, or going all-electric, John Good has the great deal you want at George Chevrolet. Amazing pricing, zero pressure, and the next-level Chevy vehicles you want are at George Chevrolet, conveniently located off the 91 at Lakewood in Bellflower. Or shop at GeorgeChevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Hey, it's John Ireland. Watching a Laker game is so much more than just a game. It's the moments before tip-off, the people you're with, and the food you're sharing. That's why I love BBGO. BBGO is perfect for at-home watch parties or a night of hoops. Their food is bold and packed with flavor, bowls for a quick meal, dumplings and fried rice for everyone at the table. Vibe on a wave of Korean food and culture with BBGO. Look for BBGO at your local grocery store in the Asian and freezer aisles. BB go for it and bring something different to the table.
Smalls here. If it feels like everybody's sick right now, you aren't imagining it. Doctors say this is the worst cold and flu season in 25 years, and it's not over. I can't afford to get sick, and I doubt that you can either. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. It's like having an urgent care and a pharmacy right in your home. It includes prescriptions like generic Z-Pak to help you get well faster, plus antibiotics to treat pneumonia, strep throat, sinus and ear infections, nausea, even UTIs and other common illnesses. It's in your kit the moment you need it. No waiting for your doctor, no hours at urgent care, no lines at the pharmacy, no copays. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook and call their telemedicine doctor standing by. Order your medical emergency kit online in minutes and it ships to your door. Save $45 with my promo code SMALLS at urgentcarekit.com/smalls. Again, that's $45 off with promo code SMALLS at urgentcarekit.com/smalls. That's urgentcarekit.com/smalls, promo code SMALLS.
Prescription required. Always consult your doctor to determine if this product is right for you.
Fast Track. And it is Fast Track on 710 ESPN. Mason and Ireland on the all-new ESPN LA app, 7:10 a.m. and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. Fast Track now back in the 2 p.m. hour on Mason and Ireland, driven by Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com. Once again, back to Fast Track and back to Mason and Ireland on 710.
All right, vroom, vroom, man.
I want to wish a happy birthday to Jesse Plemons. He turns 38 today. He's married to Kirsten Dunst. And I have a thought with Jesse Plemons.
Okay.
One, he has often played this man's son. He will play also a role he played previously in the Hunger Games series. Is Jesse Plemons the new Philip Seymour Hoffman? Where when he comes into a movie, any scene that he's in, he can be a scene stealer. He can be this random character put into a movie, and the movie shifts on his acting.
Right.
Are Philip Seymour Hoffman and Jesse Plemons one and the same, do you think?
It's a big compliment to Plemons.
It is.
He was like, when he was on Breaking Bad, he was like that. Every scene he was in, you're like, something's about to happen.
And he was Oscar nominated, right, for Killers of the Flower Moon.
No, he was Oscar nominated for Power of the Dog.
Power of the Dog.
He also should have been nominated this year for his role in Begonia.
Yeah, I agree.
He was really fantastic. Well, he was good in Killers of the Flower Moon, kind of a small role. If you guys saw this movie, Civil War, if you haven't seen this movie, his scene in Civil War is the most bone-chilling scene you've ever seen. He's fantastic in Breaking Bad. Was great in Friday Night Lights. I think he is one of our most gifted actors and a real chameleon. In today, Game Night.
So the guy, oh, that's right. He was the cop in Game Night. Yeah. Oh, he was good. The guy who fits that description for me, Mace, is Stanley Tucci.
Oh,
whenever he
so
appears in a TV show or a movie, he nails it. He's like he's. If I was casting a movie, I'd try and find a way to put him in it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of guys. These are more like, you're talking more lead, and for some reason,
these are supporting. Philip Seymour Hoffman's a supporting actor.
Tucci is definitely supporting.
J.K. Simmons, Giancarlo Esposito, Stephen Root.
All of them great.
I feel like Giancarlo, though, hasn't been in as many things as you want him to be in. I think he was great in Breaking Bad, and he was fantastic in that show and Better Call Saul. But I feel like, as opposed to Plemons, where you can be both good and bad, whenever Giancarlo Esposito is in a thing, you only assume that he's going to be a bad character.
Right,
you know?
right. Yeah, you assume him to be a bad guy. That's right. The youngest guy I can think of who I think has a chance to be that, and I did not watch Stranger Things, but he's on Stranger Things. His name is Joe Keery. I saw him in a different movie. I think he's actually going to be somebody.
What movie did you see him in?
He was a talk show host or I'll look it up.
The thing is, I think Joe Keery is going to move more into music than he is going to be into acting. He's Joe, DJO. He sings that song, It's the End of Beginning. When I go back to Chicago, I feel it. That song.
Right.
I think he's going to do more.
Spree is the movie I saw.
Oh, that's a really tiny movie, though.
But I loved it. I thought he was great in that movie.
Yeah. I think he's going to do more music than acting. I think he's kind of one note to me, but...
Okay.
Yeah.
BC.
Fast Track.
A couple first here coming up for Hard Knocks. First, they announced next year is going to be the Patriots. The first time that they've put out, the future one. And then this year it's going to be the first time a reigning Super Bowl champion will be featured. So the Seattle Seahawks will be the preseason Hard Knocks. And it kind of got me thinking, I think it's lost a lot of its, juice.
It has.
For Hard Knocks to get the juice back, I think it needs to follow this of, if you're a Super Bowl champion, you are now on Hard Knocks. What say you?
That, to me, becomes interesting. If every year the Super Bowl champion is the Hard Knocks team, then it becomes much more interesting. Don't you think, Ireland?
Right, but the problem is nobody wants to do it. All these coaches try and not do it. And so in order to, like, the Chiefs won multiple Super Bowls.
Yeah.
So if the Chiefs win the Super Bowl and you put them on Hard Knocks and they win it again, do they do it again?
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, yeah, the Jets had like multiple years where I think they were almost back to back.
Happened there. Yeah, the Jets.
Right. Yeah. I like Hard Knocks, but the teams don't like it.
Yeah.
They don't like having a and like Joe Shane, the GM of the Giants, almost lost his job because it showed all the behind-the-scenes stuff of how he handled Saquon Barkley, and he couldn't have handled it worse. And so now Shane, that's the Giants fans all hate him because he got rid of Saquon Barkley when he was really good.
I know what you're asking. You're asking what's on tap today here at ESPN LA. Well, the Lakers are on the road in OKC. We've been talking about this game a lot against the Thunder. The Toyota Lakers countdown with Beto Duran starts at 5 o'clock, tip-off at 6:30. Hear it for your afternoon drive on 710 a.m. or in crystal clear digital audio on the ESPN LA app. Brought to you by Michelob Ultra, superior taste worth playing for, the official beer sponsor of the Los Angeles Lakers. Please enjoy responsibly. All right, so, John, you know there's a long-standing feud between me and Steve Hartman.
Yeah, you keep saying that. I find it difficult. I've never really believed it.
Oh, it is. Seriously, John, it's a real feud. But Steve texted me today, and I've decided I'm going to be the bigger man. I'm going to be the bigger man and invite Steve Hartman onto the show. Steve Hartman, welcome. It is nice to reconnect with you, even under these circumstances.
I'm going to pass you for a second here, Mace. John, you and I have known each other a long time.
Yes, sir.
Let's make this clear. I did not text Mace. He texted me, begging me, can you come on the show today? I'm really feeling a lot of remorse about what has transpired over these last 34 years since we've connected.
Hartman, I have a theory.
And I reached out and I said, I will be the bigger man.
Oh, you're the bigger man.
Hartman, I have a theory. I don't think you ever thought there was a feud. I think you were completely unaware that Mason didn't like you for some reason. Or were you aware that Mason disliked you?
Let me take it a step further, John. Steve Mason never enters my mind at any point of the day. Okay, so the idea that there's some kind of feud just seems ridiculous because he really doesn't exist in my world. But you know what? Look,
Steve, I live rent-free in your head, Steve Hartman.
So, look,
by the way,
you know how I feel about you, despite the fact, and John, you will remember this way back in the day. Now, this is back when Steve Mason first joined 690.
Yep.
He was doing a show with Brad Sesmat, who has since gone on to greatness.
And the Butt Brothers. Area. Remember the Butt Brothers?
Yes. And then the Butt Brothers. So I was staying at the Lowe's Coronado Bay Resort. We were all doing shows from this Lowe's Coronado Bay Resort.
Yes.
Back in 92 was Mason's first year. And my girlfriend at the time decided to take advantage of this beautiful hotel room and sort of set a romantic atmosphere for the room. So the next morning, I'm taking her back to her place. She lived in Ocean Beach, and we're listening to Mason's morning show. And he says, I understand. Steve Hartman was here last night. We've got Dan Butt outside of his hotel room door right now. He goes, yeah, I'm knocking on the door. There's nobody here, but I've got hotel security to open the door. And she's listening. I'm laughing, to be honest with you, but she's listening. She's like, they're not going to go in the room, are they? I go, it sounds like a violation to me. Next thing you know, oh! So there were like these rose petals all over the floor. She was so irate.
Yeah.
And she demanded.
Did you ever have another date?
You apologize on the air. So this sort of set the tone very early on in our working relationship.
Yes.
That Mason was out to get me at all costs.
Oh, see, it's the reverse. Steve, every time we have ever done anything together, you have always lorded over everybody that you're so smart. You know everything. You're Steve Hartman.
It's not
And by the
untrue.
way, you know what makes it more? Apparently, you think talking louder makes it more true. It doesn't.
That's right.
You are very, very loud, Steve Hartman, and that's one of the problems I've always had with you. Like sometimes I don't even have to hear the radio. I don't even have to have it on. I can still, Steve Hartman, somewhere out there talking, I can still hear you.
It's called projecting, Mason. And,
projector.
the thing about, and John, working across, he is the Wizard of Oz. That's the way I would talk about Steve Mason.
That is so
the
good.
Wizard of Oz in
So
his
good.
delivery. Now, he has his own unique delivery. I obviously speak very clearly. I have a projectile voice that does carry for many blocks if I'm on the outside, and everyone's always like, why are you screaming? I've gotten that my entire life. Why are you screaming? Why are you screaming? I'm not screaming. This is my voice.
Yeah.
I do it on television. I do it on radio. I do it in my real life.
By the way, Steve, it's funny you said the Wizard of Oz, which I think is just genius, because I was just saying last week, I do a podcast, and when I look at the printed transcript afterwards, it's astounding the number of times I say It's just So
that's how people talk.
Wizard of Oz does kind of fit, Steve. Well, I hope now that I've given you a chance to come on the radio and talk with us a little bit, I hope you will bury the hatchet and indeed consider me a friend once again. Are we now friends again, Steve?
Yes, but I will say this, and this is true. So, yes. Steve, my involvement in the Toyota Pro Celebrity Race began in 1995 when apparently they reached out to Mr. Mason to be in the race. He balked at it, and I ended up getting the spot.
Right.
And I never left the race for the next 22 years. I ended up becoming an MC. I was a TV commentator. And then after all those years, Steve Mason is finally in the race. By the way, constantly at the side of that, what was her name? That statuesque.
Donna Feldman. Oh, my goodness. She's beautiful. Supermodel.
If Donna Feldman was anywhere near me, Mace, I'd be attached to her,
supermodel Donna Feldman.
I mean, she make your knees buckle. But anyway, but that, we do after the race, John, we would do like a roast, essentially.
Yes.
It wasn't so much a roast, but I would MC. I did this every year that I was in the race. And Mace was like a little bit sensitive. I'm just trying to have fun with him. And
hey, Hartman, this is actually, Mason was legitimately mad about
I was legitimately pissed off over that roast.
This is, but the best thing to come out of it was when Alfonso Ribeiro came up with his nickname, the Human Pylon.
Yeah.
For Mace.
Tell you, that guy's a real prick. I cannot stand Alfonso Ribeiro.
How dare you? By the way, Ribeiro was the greatest driver in the history of that celebrity race.
He was fantastic.
Unbelievable.
By the way, Steve, is it not a shame they don't still do that race? I thought that was one of the great experiences of my life. It was
Toyota's
10 years ago.
Ended up. Yeah, Toyota in 2016 was the last race. They pulled their sponsorship. I did that last year. Of course, they were so great to Denise and my kids. We got the VIP treatment every year, but Toyota pulled the sponsorship, and that just ended the race.
Yeah.
So in fact, that last year of 2016, we had a lot of former champions in the race. It was a big send-up. Alfonso obviously was in it. And they were very nice. They honored me, and they honored all these people. Of course, the training crew, Danny McKeever and his people, all the people involved with that race over all those years were honored. But that's why the race ended. But, I've seen other celebrities. It was the celebrity race. I'll put it this way. Our list of celebrities blows away or blew away Dancing with the Stars. It wasn't even close. We would get like
people
actual
in that race. Yeah.
stars.
Yeah.
Because everybody wanted an opportunity to race cars. People loved doing that.
Now, Steve, I could let you go on all day, but I'm not going to. But I hope that you feel as though now you can bury the hatchet and say, yes, please, Steve Mason is my friend again.
Well, I feel this way because having finally been recognized and inducted into the Southern California Sports Broadcasters Hall of Fame, as I was, and John, thank you for the very kind words as you accepted one of your many awards you've had over the years. Mason, of course, not there for me, but the fact that I'm able to now be on, now that I'm on the same level as you guys in terms of that Hall of Fame status, I feel like now that any bitterness on my end is out.
Oh, good.
And so, yes, Mr. Mason, obviously I congratulate you and John on the phenomenal success of your shows over the years. I remember Steve Mason calling me during the summer of 1992 as we were getting ready for Chargers training camp.
Oh, God, I remember that. This is when I got demoted, right?
He called me. He absolutely called me, and this is true, John. So, he obviously had come from Toledo. He's a baseball guy. And he says, I really don't know the NFL. I said, well, you don't have to know everything in the NFL. He goes, no, I don't know any teams in the NFL. Like, I don't know anything. We had no internet. There's no cheat sheets or everything else. My advice to
we had
Steve
the
was,
high-speed sports wire.
Yeah, exactly. I said, well, don't fake it. I mean, you can only compound it by faking like
absolutely.
you know it. It's all worked out for you. But I remember that phone call very distinctly as we got ready for Chargers training camp that year. You're like, yeah, I don't know the NFL at all. But
well, listen, Steve, I congratulate on you on all that you've done, whatever that is. I'm not exactly sure, but I know you've been out there doing stuff. And I hear it's really good wherever you're doing it. So I appreciate you coming on very much, Steve. And I'm glad that we are once again.
Is Bergie still around? Is Bergie still around?
He's not in the room right now, but he's still around.
He's running the place.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the boss now.
I bet he is.
Yeah.
I handed you essentially Greg Bergman is what I did.
Thank you for that. We're stuck with him. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate it, man.
Thanks, Steve.
All right, guys.
Boy, I didn't have Steve Hartman appearance on my bingo card today.
Yeah. He says he's let go of the bitterness, which is good.
There was never any bitterness on his end. It was
if you
a
go
one-way
back and listen,
feud.
he literally said, I'm letting go of the bitterness.
Okay.
National Reconciliation Day.
Hey, look at that. Go reconcile with somebody. Don't even get me started on Bill Shaken. All right, coming up next for you. Don's favorite is producing a really interesting reality show. Want to bounce this off you coming up next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
5 clean sheets in 5 MLS matches. A defense that refuses to break.
Save Maurice on the dive. He tipped it over. Oh, what a save from Hugo Maurice.
The black and gold stand alone at the top of the West. And now, a new challenger steps into BMO Stadium. LAFC hosts Orlando City SC. And downtown LA is ready.
BMO Stadium is absolutely rocking.
Pregame gets going Saturday at 6 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Hey, it's John Ireland. Watching a Laker game is so much more than just a game. It's the moments before tip-off, the people you're with, and the food you're sharing. That's why I love BBGO. BBGO is perfect for at-home watch parties or a night of hoops. Their food is bold and packed with flavor, bowls for a quick meal, dumplings and fried rice for everyone at the table. Vibe on a wave of Korean food and culture with BBGO. Look for BBGO at your local grocery store in the Asian and freezer aisles. BBGO for it and bring something different to the table.
The Loan Exchange is proud to introduce the Free Closer, a jumbo 30-year fixed loan up to $3 million. With no closing costs, you could save around $40,000 in fees like points and appraisals that many lenders charge on a $2 million loan. Today's 30-year Free Closer rate is 5.875% rate and APR. That makes refinancing simple. The only question is whether it lowers your payment without increasing your balance. And if rates drop again, you can do it again and save even more. Today's 30-year free closer rate is 5.875% rate and APR. If your mortgage rate is over 6%, it's a total no-brainer. Why pay to close a loan when you can exchange it for free at theloanexchange.com? NMLS 1637539. Loan subject to credit approval. See website for licensing information, loan terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. That's theloanexchange.com. Theloanexchange.com. To exchange higher payments for lower ones.
Harry Douglas here. Let me ask you something. What if you can enjoy the taste of a cocktail, the warmth of a spirit, and still stay fully in control? That's RK Zero Proof, a pioneer in the alcohol-free spirits category. RK delivers bold flavor and a real warming sensation with zero alcohol, zero sugar, zero carbs, and 0 calories. Perfect for nights out, social gatherings, or anytime you want the experience of a drink without sacrificing tomorrow. Check it out at rkbeverages.com. That's ARKAY beverages.com. RK, all the flavor, none of the alcohol.
Progressive knows sports brings people together, but you gotta feel bad for people who don't even get it. Some people will never know what it's like to see their favorite team's hopes decided by a ping pong ball to draft the next superstar. Or not. I mean, sure, it's silly for your happiness to hinge on the success of a 20-year-old entry-level employee, but you just can't help yourself. The stress is exhilarating. Progressive can't bring people together like the draft, but we can bring your home and auto insurance together with a bundle. So switch and see if you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states or situations.
And it is Mason and Ireland, your Thursday afternoon. Johnny I, Steve Mason. Don't forget, coming up this afternoon at 3 o'clock, Travis Rogers and Sua Cravens, Sua, are live from ONT Field in Ontario for the Tower Buzzers opening day. We're broadcasting live because ESPN LA loves the IE. And tonight, Lakers Thunder coverage begins at 5 o'clock. Hear it all on ESPN LA. And if you need a place to watch the game, press the flesh with Beto Duran live at Tom's Watch Party here in downtown LA, presented by Michelob Ultra. Beto's going to be broadcasting the pregame show live. Press the flesh with him right now. Press the flesh more with Mason and Ireland, your Thursday on ESPN LA.
Boy, Steve Hartman referencing 1992, which is exactly the year I started in San Diego. And, John, I don't know if you remember that I had one situation that was sort of like
34 years ago.
I had one situation that was sort of like being a professional athlete. So I was doing morning drive at the Mighty 690, and I flew home in June to spend some time with my family back in Ohio. And while I was there, I got a phone call from a guy named Fritz Quint, who was the media writer for the San Diego Union Tribune.
That guy.
He called me and said, how do you feel about moving to nights at the Mighty 690? And I said, I had no idea is that really happening? Nobody told me. The newspaper guy knew it before I did. The newspaper guy called me to inform me that I was losing my morning drive time slot for nights. That's the one.
That sounds like the radio business, doesn't it?
That is.
They didn't treat you like Sean McVay and the Rams treated Devontae Adams.
No, they should have gotten together with me, been very transparent. It would have made things go much smoothly. I, by the way, ended up trying to quit and was held under contract for two years after that. You remember how I was trying to quit, John. Trying to get him to kick me off the air.
But, this is all – I always think about things happening for a reason. If that doesn't happen, there's no Mason in Ireland.
Oh, absolutely
because
true.
Remember, I came in to work nights, and Howard Friedman, the program director, said, yeah, this guy's great, but he's mailing it in. Just go in there and have fun with him and see what happens. And then, 2 days later, Friedman calls and goes, that's the Steve Mason we thought we were getting. Would you consider, working with him? I go, well, work it out with him. And then they basically came full circle on you. They let you pick your co-host and do whatever you wanted.
Yeah. Well, I think it was that attitude. It was the I don't give a blank attitude that I had that sort of made the show back in the day, and you just sort of held me together. That
was fun.
Kim Kardashian is producing a new show for Paramount Plus. It's a reality show, John. It's called Team Moms. Team Moms. It's about youth baseball families. So this sounds fascinating to me, by the way. Team Moms will immerse viewers into the legendary Prep Academy in Scottsdale, Arizona, an intense baseball prep school for kids between 6th and 12th grade that serves as a feeder to Division I college scholarship programs, NIL deals, and ultimately MLB fame. The show follows the coaches, the families, and the athletes who comprise the starting lineup for one of the world's most competitive youth baseball programs. I actually am in on that. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, I'll watch it too. Kim, I watch everything Kim does. I don't watch Fair.
Yeah, you did watch.
I also don't think she's going to be in it. She's just producing.
Yeah,
this.
she's just producing. I don't think.
Oh, then I might not watch.
Yeah, no, I think she's just producing a show about what it's like to be in one of these high-pressure prep academies, fighting for NIL.
Although, Em, did you see where she sold her outfits from All's Fair to charity and raised $300,000?
Amazing. That's great. I'm glad you did that.
Yeah.
This reminds me of Dance Moms.
Oh yeah,
this feels like Dance Moms for baseball. It's it's they're trying to dress it up like it's more intense, but if you're following the moms, you're gonna follow the drama of the moms.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sure,
true.
John, you have friends that have had these kids go through the whole process, right? In Manhattan Beach, you'll have kids that are
and it's hyper competitive.
Mm-hmm. And I've been
Trudell's kind of going through it now.
Is he?
He's got 3 kids.
I'm sure his kids are great athletes, right?
Yeah, but he's putting up with all the politics now, so it makes it harder.
Yeah.
I want a Dance Moms style pyramid. So, if you haven't ever seen Dance Moms, Ivy Lee Miller, who's the head of the dance company,
she's the nutty one.
She has pictures of all the headshots of all the girls in a pyramid. So there's 4 on the bottom, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
So she will reveal from the bottom to the top where the girls sit, and it varies by week. So she'll be like, all right, Nia, you fell during the dance. You're at the bottom. And then at the top, Maddie, as always. So
yeah, that was basically about embarrassing dancing girls, right?
Well, did you guys ever watch the making of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders?
I did. You know what?
Thing?
That's a reality show I did watch.
Do you remember that woman? I think her name was Suzanne. Every girl she talked to, the last thing she would say is, and these girls were just smoking hot.
Yep.
And she would say, and you've got to lose some weight. To like every single one of them. I go, what are you talking about? That girl's a waif.
Yeah.
She doesn't have and you've got to lose some weight. And the girls would go, really? Yeah, it's showing in your uniform. You're getting weird creases. I go, okay. I mean, it's like hyper.
If you've never seen Dance Moms, it's the best. Dance Moms was formative to me as a young person.
Did she not get in trouble? Did the mom or the dance mom leader not get in trouble?
I don't know if she got in trouble. No, she's still out there.
She's still
doing stuff.
Teaching?
She's just in a wheelchair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she can't do the dancing anymore.
Yeah.
But the dance moms are all doing their good stuff.
Whose game is it today?
Brian's.
Brian Cohen's game.
Yeah. Oh, good. Okay, cool.
Is yesterday the day? Did you hit the double yesterday?
That's right, baby.
So we've had two
way to
people
go, BC.
hit the bubble. Did not Pepe also hit the double one day this week?
Yeah, but he has to be able to spend the money. He never. There's
true.
no use of giving him $5,000 when he's never going to pay.
No, but I think it is actually pretty amazing to hit the double. You hit. Sure. Who hit the early one? John, you did? Yeah, John hit the early one, so you got a chance to play for the double today. It's Brian Cohen's game, and we will do Game of Games coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, you hear me talking about National University all the time, and one of the things I always say is they give away thousands of dollars in scholarships each year. Here's an example. Right now at National University, at their website, nu.edu, you can apply for the Believe and Succeed Scholarship, awarding up to $6,000 annually toward an industry current bachelor's or master's degree. National University is set up to help people who are busy. It's a nonprofit university that offers more than 150 degree programs with flexible 4- and 8-week online courses designed to fit your life. So if this is something you might be interested, go to that website and check it out. You just need to apply by July 31st at nu.edu. nu.edu. Terms and conditions apply. National University.
Don't miss the countdown to kickoff. Presented by BMO, official bank of LAFC.
On the next countdown to kickoff, presented by BMO, I go one-on-one with LAFC midfielder Mark Delgado to break down the hot start for the black and gold. We'll look ahead to LAFC versus Orlando City. Plus, reaction to the biggest matches from the recent international window, including the U.S. men's national team, Mexico, and more. Join me Saturday at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
BMO presents Countdown to Kickoff, hosted by Mario Ruiz on ESPN LA.
Vista Paint is California's original paint company and has been serving pros and homeowners since 1956. Our paints are formulated for lasting performance, beautiful finishes, and made to withstand the weather. Vista Paint, locally made, expertly crafted, always reliable.
If relaxation were a job, I'd be Employee of the Month. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Eddie Griffin brings a laugh riot of raw, unfiltered hilarity exclusively to Morongo, April 17th.
Number 2.
Easter brunch at the marketplace. We'll have you hopping back for seconds, thirds, and fourths.
And the number 1 reason.
Our Thursday poolside tribute band concert series continues. Urban Legend, playing the songs of Keith Urban, April 9th.
Morongo, good times.
John Ireland here. You want a vodka that's championship caliber? Look for Blue Ice Vodka at Ralph's, America's largest potato vodka. Double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce. Classic, Huckleberry, or double espresso. Blue Ice Vodka. Vodka with standards.
This college basketball tournament moment is brought to you by Marriott Bonvoy.
After rupturing his Achilles celebrating the team's Sun Belt Tournament Championship, Georgia State head coach Ron Hunter was forced to roll the sidelines of the NCAA tournament on a stool with wheels. In the opening round, 14th-seeded Georgia State faced 3rd-seeded Baylor. Down 2, R.J. Hunter, the coach's son, hit a game-winning three-pointer, causing his father to fly off his stool, celebrating on the floor.
Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
Harry Douglas here. Game day brings the excitement. your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast, others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio.
So I want to ask you guys if I am crazy.
Okay.
And if there's something wrong with me.
I like this.
The answer, yes and yes.
More Mason and Ireland right now.
All right, it is Game of Games time. Look who it is. It is the star of Lakers Talk Daily every day, 11 a.m. on our ESPN LA YouTube channel. DeAndre Hawkins is here. DeAndre,
big game
what's
tonight,
up, man?
D.
Big game.
Tonight.
I'm hoping for a good one tonight. That's all I'm asking for.
We will get your take on it coming up. In the meantime, it is Brian Cohen's game. BC, what are we looking at?
All right, well, with the Lakers traveling to OKC and the Dodgers traveling to DC,
yep,
every answer is either going to be LA, OKC, or DC.
Okay.
Okay.
One of the three.
Got it.
So number one here. Where was the world's first parking meter installed? LA, OKC, or DC?
Emily.
There you go.
DC.
Mace.
DC.
That would seem to make sense. I'll go DC.
I'm with the crowd.
OKC.
OKC?
Yeah.
Wow.
1935.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, OKC.
Well, everybody's still alive.
Yeah,
for,
everybody's
Lucky
alive for Lucky Loser.
All right, number two. Where can you find a Darth Vader gargoyle on a building?
Ooh. Okay.
Oh, and it's one of those three.
Yes, one of those
Okay. Mace.
I'm going to play for Lucky Loser and say OKC.
I'm going to say DC. DeAndre.
I'm going to go LA.
Emily.
LA.
It is DC.
DC.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so 3 people alive for Lucky Loser. I am not.
Yes.
All right, number 3. According to this data, residents of which place consume more wine per capita than any U.S. city or state? Sorry.
So it's either Oklahoma, Washington, D.C., or
OKC.
Los Angeles, or
LA,
California?
OKC, DC.
LA. Okay, this one's me, and I'm going to say LA. DeAndre.
I'm going to say LA as well.
Emily.
DC.
Mace.
OKC.
It is DC.
DC. There you go.
All right, so Emily, you got that?
I did.
Okay, so M's got one, I've got one. DeMarco.
DeAndre,
and Mace have 0.
Next one here. Where was the hot fudge sundae invented? Hot fudge sundae was invented where?
DeAndre.
I'm going to go OKC.
Emily.
LA.
Mace.
I'm going to try DC.
I think Emily's right. I'm going to go LA.
It is Los Angeles.
You know, let's go.
Right, so this is interesting. Emily and I have 2 each. Mason and DeAndre have 0.
Yeah.
How many are left, Brian?
5 left. Here.
5 left. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we could get everybody in the final.
Tough.
Here we go.
All right, where was NBA star Blake Griffin born and raised? LA, OKC, or DC?
Emily.
OKC.
Mace.
LA.
I'll say OKC. DeAndre.
LA.
OKC is the correct answer.
By the way,
Okay, there's a
do you know
pattern
that I was
developing
moderating the Wooden Awards the night he won for the Basketball Player of the Year?
Yeah, he went to Oklahoma.
He went to Oklahoma, exactly.
And I also had him as one of our icebreakers one time, so I didn't know that about him.
That's right. That's right.
All right, next one here. According to the 2025 Consumer Affairs Report, which of these places has the worst traffic? LA, DC, or OKC?
This one is Mace.
That is obviously not OKC, so that's what I'll say.
I think this is a trick question. I think the answer is DC. DeAndre.
OKC.
Emily.
DC.
It is DC. Apparently have the worst.
No way
in the
you
US.
asked that if the answer is
I
LA.
also lived there for 25 years of my life, so yeah, it's pretty bad.
All right, Emily 4, Ireland 4, Mason, DeAndre, both alive for Lucky Loser.
Here we go.
Only 3 left here. All right, 1904, this place had the first playground department in the U.S., pioneering the playground movement.
Okay, so Emily and I have to start going first. So I will go at the first playground movement. I'm going to go D.C. Emily.
I'm going to go... this is tough. I'm just going to go with John, D.C.
Okay.
Mace.
I think 1904 is too early for L.A. to have invented the swing set. I'm going to say L.A.
DeAndre.
I'm going to L.A. as well.
It is Los Angeles.
Oh! Way to go, BC! Way to go! That eliminates both Mace and DeAndre.
Sucks. I thought
Way to go, Brian.
on it. By the way, I think it is tougher to get everyone wrong than everyone right.
It is.
That's
it's just as tough.
Right.
Yeah.
It's equally tough.
Okay. I think the odds are better to get them all wrong. You have two-thirds the chances to get it wrong, only 1/3 chance to get it right.
Statistically right. All right, Em, it's me against you.
All right, 2 left here.
Here we go. We each have 4, and we actually both missed that. Yeah. Okay. So is this last one or 2 more? Brian?
2 more.
Okay.
The original Exorcist movie was filmed here. Where was the original Exorcist movie filmed?
M.
DC.
Sounds like you knew. So I'll go with you. I'll go DC. I don't know.
I think that is DC.
Yeah, he's the priest of Georgetown. It's all in DC. If you've ever seen it. Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
All right. So now I have to go first. This is it determines whether or not we'll need the tiebreaker. Here we go.
All right, James Marsden, Bill Hader, and Johnny Bench were all born here.
Okay. I'm going to go OKC. Emily.
Does Emily want to win or does she
OKC.
want to play for the tiebreaker?
Okay.
She agrees. OKC.
Good choice. It is OKC.
OKC. Yeah, there you go. Tiebreaker.
I knew that about Bill Hader.
Yeah, I've seen Bill Hader sitting in the stands at Thunder games. So that's what I figured it had to be. Okay, PC, what's the tiebreaker?
All right, I had the question in here about the playgrounds. So according to LA Parks and Rec numbers, how many parks are located in the Los Angeles city limits?
Okay.
How many parks
So not
are in
county,
LA?
city.
Yes.
City. Okay, I got one, Em. Let me know when you got one.
I got one.
I just wrote down 500.
I did 950.
659.
So wait, that's close.
No, you got it by far. You got it by like 300 points.
Well, he's at 6. I'm 159 away, and you're like 250 away.
Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Is that right?
Yeah, but John was
right. It was 600 and what?
659.
Okay, yeah. So I was 159 away, Em, and you what'd you say?
950.
950. Yeah. So I beat you by about 100.
Yeah.
Sorry, Em.
Okay. Yeah, I knew. And John doubles up. There we go, John.
And John doubles up.
Oh wow, I needed that.
What a day to be alive.
And Mason's on vacation next week. I'm going to zoom
Oh,
past
you'll zoom right by me.
Man.
Zoom right by me. So, DeAndre.
What do you think tonight, D-Hawk?
Yeah, how you feeling?
Marcus Smart being out is going to be one of those that we're going to keep our eye on.
Big
because
deal.
Big deal as far as who can, contain Shea, because we've seen what they have been doing against opposing team superstars with Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Brunson, Jamal Murray, Anthony Edwards. So that's going to be an eye test as far as that. And also the Oklahoma City, their big man with Isaiah Hartenstein and Chet Holmgren. I'm going to be watching out for DeAndre.
Yeah, it's going to be tough to beat them. DeAndre Ayton and Jackson Hayes have got to show up tonight, and let's see what happens.
Yeah. How's it turn out, DeAndre?
I honestly, I think it'll be close. I will give the slight edge to OKC just because, just looking at the rest of the roster. But I think LA. I wouldn't be surprised if LA win just because of the way they have been playing.
Yeah, I will not be surprised if the Lakers win this game. You've got to give the lean to OKC. I think the spread is probably. What do you think the spread is on that game? Anybody?
If I had to guess, I would say
I'd guess
Thunder by
7.5,
6.5. What do we know what it is?
Yeah, I've got it right here.
Thunder by 9.5 based on DraftKings.
9.5.
Wow.
Give me 5,000 mythical dollars on the Lakers plus the 9.5.
There we go.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like it.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, by the way, Lakers Talk Daily every day, 11 a.m. on the ESPN LA YouTube channel. You know what else you can find at the ESPN LA YouTube channel?
Mace Plus.
Mace Plus
there we
is
go.
on there. Go check it out right now. It is me, Bobby Moynihan, Alex Michelson, Jacob Abrani on the current episode. You can subscribe, comment, and like on the ESPN LA YouTube channel. Go comment right now. And, of course, on Apple, Spotify, subscribe, leave a rating, and a review.
There you go.
Good seeing you, man.
Appreciate you guys.
Have a good afternoon show. Go Lakers. All right, coming up next for you, Super Crosstalk. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Oh, Lakers fans, are we ready for another party? Oh, party. Tonight is the night. The Lakers, ESPN LA, and Michelob Ultra are teaming up for an epic watch party at Tom's Watch Bar in downtown LA tonight. Come early to catch the live pregame show with Beto Duran starting at 5 p.m. Then stick around as the game tips off at 6:30. Watch Lakers Thunder with us. Tons of giveaways, photo opportunities with the championship trophy, and more. Tonight, Tom's Watch Bar, downtown LA. Beto, Michelob Ultra, Lakers, and you.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-1482. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-1482. That's 800-575-1482. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
So I'm in Mike Capozio's office here at Rotolo Chevrolet. And Mike, every time I hear an ad, everybody is number one. How is there more than one number one?
Number one here, number one there. And fortunately for me, Chevrolet tells us who's number one.
So we're talking huge inventory, Chevy cars and trucks, SUVs, everything you could want. That's how you stay number one. And
you got to have the inventory to give to the people, but you need the people in the building to take care of the people that are coming into our building. No one does better with a customer than we do.
That's how you stay on top for more than a decade. Go online at rotolochevy.com.
Change is in the air at LAX. Los Angeles International Airport's automated people mover trains are rolling soon as part of LAX's ongoing investments in improving your travel journey. The new trains will quickly move guests between all terminals. The new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, and economy parking in 10 minutes or less. Departing every 2 minutes, they'll help approximately 30 million passengers per year. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN. That's lawa.org/ESPN.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk. It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Woo, 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 woo. Where are we today, guys?
We are at ONT Field in lovely Ontario,
Nice.
California, getting ready for the Tower Buzzers and the Lake Elsinore Storm, the home opener of the new ballpark, and it is awesome. Sincerely,
nice.
This is a great ballpark.
Describe
This
the
is
park.
a really nice place, Mace. Have you ever been? You've done minor league
Oh,
baseball,
I've done
right?
a ton of minor league baseball. Been to a lot of minor league baseball parks. Describe the park.
So the exterior of the park is kind of like a new brick facade. It's very, very pretty. It's got some kind of modern lines along like the exterior of it, and then the canopy that overhangs the seating. The outfield part of it, Mace, is really reminiscent of Dodger Stadium.
Oh, nice.
Like it's got a very Dodger Stadium vibe. The scoreboard is shaped like the scoreboard at Dodger Stadium, kind of that diamond shape that they have on both right and left field at Dodger Stadium. They have one here. There's a beautiful Fernando Valenzuela mural down the left field line.
Oh, nice.
It's a short porch in left field. It's like only 325 right down the left field line. So
Cool.
you may see a couple of dingers. I checked the whole thing out. I can't
we
wait.
got here at the same time.
I know. I pay attention to it. I pay attention.
By the way, when they hit a home run, apparently Laura was telling me that there's a cool water feature that goes off when they hit a home run.
Oh,
right?
really?
So the runway will light up, and then you'll see lights go off, and then water will pop up.
Excellent.
And she said if they hit a grand slam, a dolphin hits a beach ball into the crowd.
Oh, wow. That's
Yes.
Calm down.
That is.
No, it's beautiful. There's people lined up already getting ready to go into the ballpark. They're going to have like the ribbon cutting, I think, at 4:00. It's a beautiful ballpark.
Minor league baseball is so much fun. I am such a huge
really
fan of minor league baseball, and I grew up, around a AAA baseball team, the Toledo Mud Hens, and one of the great experiences. It's funny. I was going through pictures the other night, and there were pictures of me taking batting practice at Ned Skeldon Stadium, taking infield practice. Played.
Did you ever get one out, Mace?
Never.
Did you ever get one out of the ballpark?
Never.
No.
I mean, it was like a legit, real park, and I was a singles hitter for sure. For sure. If I was
hit them
lucky.
where they ain't.
Exactly. And you know what I used to love, and they don't do it anymore. Pepper. I used to love playing Pepper.
Oh,
we played so much
yeah,
Pepper.
that was fun.
Has it been banned everywhere, or are they not allowed to do it?
So my youngest son played baseball like through travel ball, through high school, through all of this stuff. Like played a lot of baseball from the age of about 8 till 18. I didn't see one game of Pepper the entire time. I think it's a dead event. It was super fun. I'm with you guys.
What is Pepper?
So, like, the three of us would stand here, and then Lucas over here would have a bat, and we'd throw the ball, and Lucas would pepper it back at us, and it moves real quick. So you throw it fast, they hit it back quite quick, and you work on your hands and contact and all that stuff. Super fun.
He'll hit off the ground. You have to pick it up off
You're
the
just
ground.
shagging.
Yeah, but he kind of goes back
but
and
it's
forth.
tight quarters. Like, it's literally
okay.
about this far apart. It's a fun game.
Yeah, it is. And the other one that was big was hacky sack. Do people still play hacky sack?
Well, you're so bored, right? You don't have anything to do, so you just
got to have
hack some sack.
You got to be in an altered state to enjoy.
I will
sack.
say yes. I living in Denver for 2 years. Yes, they are playing hacky sack up and down that place.
I spent some time in Boulder. I was definitely playing hacky sack, but I was not in a normal state of mind. Let's just say I was in a Mason state of mind.
That's what it's supposed to be.
A blitzed state of mind.
That's when it's best. That's when it's best.
There was a drum circle. There was all this stuff going on.
So minor league baseball, very, very cool. We were talking a little bit earlier, and Bergman, you were here, but I want to get your take, Sua, on the decision the Raiders made to sign Kirk Cousins as their backup quarterback to Fernando Mendoza. What did you think of that move?
I like it a lot. He's definitely a premier backup to have in the league right now, and I wouldn't be so sure that he's a backup. I would think that the Raiders start Kurt at first just to see the situation with the O-line and see if they've got a formidable group of guys that can protect their investment. So if you're going to give Kurt $10 million essentially, that's what they're going to pay. Let him start the offense the first few games just to see if the O-line's ready to go before you throw Mendoza out there and throw him into the fire.
Okay, sorry. This picture Mace just sent us.
This is
great.
Amazing, Mace.
It's amazing. I was like, whoa.
Toledo Mud Hens. He's wearing a Mud Hens jersey.
Wearing the Mud Hens jersey. That was our little
Mace,
we had in the backyard.
By the way, Mason, this is the most athletic you've ever looked in your life.
I do look like a legit.
It does look great.
I had a minute there where I was a pretty good baseball
It's a catcher's
player.
glove. Were you a catcher?
No,
that's a catcher's
I think
glove.
that's a first baseman's glove.
That's the worst first baseman's glove I've ever seen. That's a catcher's glove.
That is a catcher's glove.
Is it a catcher's glove? I never
That's
played
a catcher's glove. Yeah. How old are you in this picture?
Probably 15.
Okay.
Who took the picture? Did your girlfriend take the picture? Did your mom take the picture?
I think it must have been Mom. Mom took the picture. I think.
That's a nice pool, Mace.
It is.
But that totally tracks that. It totally tracks that you're wearing a catcher's glove at first base.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Fits.
That's a little. That's a little 20 by 40 pool we had in our backyard. It's
I was going to say, look at that pool.
Yeah, it's above
Oh,
ground.
it's
It was
above
really
ground.
cool.
Okay.
Really cool. It led right out of the house. But yeah, that was a fun time in my life when I was out there on the field every day and hanging out with those guys. Still have friendships that have lasted a million years from that time of life. So it was a good time.
What's funny, Mason, you mentioned it at the beginning, like minor league baseball, because, somebody like me that grew up in L.A.,
Yep.
you have so many major league sports that are available to you. You got big schools like SC and UCLA, so if you want to go watch big-time college sports, that stuff's available to you. Well, you got an assistant coach over there now. But minor league baseball is so much fun. It is such a great night out. It's a totally different experience than a major league game. It's much more relaxed. There's a lot of goofy stuff that goes on, and I can't wait to see it. I'm really glad that we have something this close to, L.A. basically to get and go do this, because L.A.'s a big league town, and we just don't get enough of the minor league stuff to really enjoy it.
And it was super easy to get out here too. It was from downtown. It took me like 45 minutes to an hour. It was really an easy drive. You just go up to 60, and you're 10 to the 60, and you're
terrific.
here.
Did you just buzz out there?
I see
you.
Wow.
Yeah, see what I did there?
Wow.
Yeah.
That was good. But
Michael Thompson
did buzz
texted
right
me
out
that
here.
to say, not mine. Years ago, I got a chance to do play-by-play of a Toledo Mud Hens game, and I was terrible, like beyond terrible. Absolutely wrong on a lot of my calls. They handed me a scorecard in the second inning and said, "Go for it." I have always wanted to go back and be able to try that again. Go back and try to do some baseball play-by-play.
We were talking a little bit before we started Super Crosstalk that when I first got into broadcasting, that's exactly what I wanted to do, is I wanted to do baseball play-by-play, and I miss it a lot. I would love to get a chance to do it. Even a minor league game, a high school game, a college game, like any of this stuff, I would absolutely love to do it. It's so much fun to do. You feel like you're actually kind of a part of it. And why were you bad at it? You couldn't track it? You couldn't. What was the?
Well, I think I had no prep time. So I flew from L.A. to Toledo, had no time to get ready. Literally got there in the second inning. They handed me a scorecard and they said goodbye. And so if I had a little bit more time, had a chance to do my work and my prep and what I would normally do, I think I would have been much, much better. But I would love to go back there and do it. I was absolutely awful, to the point where I was working with Tom Snyder in the late 90s. He put me on TV and showed me all the terrible clips, the mistakes of calls that I made. I was like, Tom, what are you doing to me, man? But no, I would be better at it now than I was certainly then. That time.
Well, Mace, maybe we try to twist some arms here at the Tower Buzzers and see if you and I can come out and call a couple innings.
That would be fantastic.
Oh, we need to make that happen.
How do we make that happen?
That would be great.
Laura, you're the hookup.
Okay, don't put me in here.
Right?
No, you
Let's
work
do that.
here.
I do.
Could we carry it on? Could we carry it on the radio?
and
Could we
color?
carry it on the radio?
Hey, so if we don't have anything going on, we could probably find a way. If Travis and Mason are calling it, I'm sure we could find a way to play it on the radio if we have nothing else going on. And I think during the summer,
I'm
have plenty of
100%
time.
in on this.
Oh,
I would
I am
love
too.
to
How
do
do we
that.
make this happen?
Yeah,
Me
We're
and
gonna have
Trav,
Alan
are you kidding me?
Benavides.
We would kill
that's
this thing.
right.
we would kill it.
Yeah, we're going to have Alan Benavides come on the show a little bit later. We're definitely asking him.
Okay.
You can
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm in.
All right,
We're both experienced too, Mace. We've both done it in the last 35 years, so we're prepped and ready to go.
It's been a couple of years experience.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
what do you guys got going out there this afternoon?
Well, like Greg just mentioned, Alan Benavides, the GM of the Tower Buzzers, he's going to come out and tell us a little bit about what's going on out here tonight. We might have another special guest or two that shows up at one point or another. We're going to talk about Kirk Cousins, what that means for Jimmy G and the Raiders, and the Rams, and why the Dodgers can't get any hits. I think that's on the agenda.
Yeah, scuffling a little bit. I have a feeling. I have this hunch it's going to turn around.
I'm not too worried.
I have a hunch. All right, guys, have a great time. Me and Ireland back tomorrow, day after the OKC Lakers game. Mason and Ireland in the books. Coming up next for you, Travis and DeMarco with Sue and Bergman, 710 ESPN.
And it is the 15-minute mark.